Jay Thomas is on the new Stars 2, Sirius 108 and XM 139.
Are you ready? The question is, are you ready? That's all.
No, but I'm up.
Hi, the Jay Thomas Show from California, all the way back to New York City, where Sean Kelly and Garrett Andritz are the producers of the show back there. 8884-102-102. Go to jthomas.com. The holiday T-shirt is there for you. Merry Christmas. Got a problem with that. It's a mess down there, which is a tribute to Rodney Lee Conover. That's right. Rodney Lee Conover.
Man, is it a mess down there.
Is also with me. Art Sears and Andrea Bushy have provided guests. For those of you who believe in psychic abilities.
Oh, no.
We have Psychic Susanna will be coming on. She is the...
Which one is she?
She's the drinking psychic. We have
the one that doesn't like me?
She does like you. She does. You just don't like psychics. You don't believe in the occult.
I like the singing psychic.
The singing. This is the one.
Is this the drinking psychic?
In fact, I think tonight she's at the Waterfront Lounge in Yankton, South Dakota. That's where she likes them. Tomorrow night she's at the B&B Roundup Lounge in
doing plenty of
Ottawa. In Ottawa,
she doesn't act then.
Well, no, I think she sits there with a cocktail.
Sounds like she does a stage act.
She goes South Dakota, Iowa, Nebraska.
It's got to be a lounge act. It's like a comic or a hypnotist or a juggler, you know.
How far is Des Moines, Iowa, from Omaha, Nebraska?
Not far at all.
Oh, it isn't? Okay.
No, it's about... Omaha's in the east side of the state, and Nebraska. Des Moines in the middle of Iowa, so you're talking about 3 hours tops.
Well, she'll be in places like the old Castle restaurant in Johnson, Iowa.
Oh, man. That reminds me of being on the road. I love that shit.
Carroll, Iowa. Sioux City, Iowa.
You know what's there? Townies.
Casa del Rey Mexican restaurant in Sioux City, Iowa. And so she's quite well known. And she is Psychic Susanna. We'll have you call up in a little while for that. What do you call it? The gate? When people pay at the gate, doesn't matter where they're from. That's the same $8 in Sioux City or downtown Hollywood. $8 you think she charges? $8?
I don't know. I'm just saying the cover charge knows no city.
Some of the big news stories that are breaking.
Stories already today?
Yeah, the guy from General Motors who is begging for money, drove to the latest, congressional hearing.
What a scam that is. The only reason he did it was because they all got pissed off that he took a jet last time.
In a very small Chevy.
I thought for sure he'd drive a Toyota just so he'd know he'd get there on time.
Now, is Toyota not suffering like the rest?
No, please.
Come on.
Toyota doesn't suffer. Do you remember? You remember this? Richard Nixon put in price controls and thought that was going to solve the car problem.
Stop the Japanese, right?
Nice job there, Dick. And so it was very prohibitive to buy.
Who'd you just call Dick?
Dick.
Richard Nixon you called Dick?
Way to go, Dick. Remember Tricky Dick, they called him.
No, I know, but the way you said it, I thought you were using the adjective Dick and not the noun.
I was doing a double.
Sean, when you insult someone, when you call them a dick, is that an adjective or is that a noun?
I think it's a verb.
It's pejorative, isn't it not?
Verb. You're an idiot. That's when you get dicked. That's the verb.
No, he was very dicky as a verb.
No, that's an adverb.
Dicky.
If you went back to school right now,
he dicked his way through
grade
college.
Would we get in English if you went back to school right this minute?
Public school?
Any school.
Oh, D-.
What would you get? D-? Okay.
They passed us just for federal funding.
What did he do to try and stop?
He put in price controls, and he put in really prohibitive import fees, tariffs they call them, and thought that would help the U.S. car makers. What happened was people just paid more to get a Toyota. Toyota could only export X amount of cars. They put a limit on the amount of cars that Toyota could put into the American economy. So what Toyota did, they said, well, fuck, if we can only put so many of them, we're going to load them up with extras. And they put all the roll bars and the fucking big tires, and that's where you got these tricked out little pickup trucks. And they sold them for, twice what you could buy a Ford for, and they sold the hell out of them.
Hey, Garrett, when you listen to Rodney, isn't he like somebody's grandpa sitting around talking? He knows so many things, doesn't he?
It's like Grandpa Simpson, and then I doze off.
You and I would be sitting at his feet with the fire going, and he would tell us about tariffs and all that.
Back in my day.
Yeah. Oh, boy. By the way, if you live...
Don't do my bits unless you're out of town.
If you live in Detroit, call us at 888-412.
Only when you're in Sioux City.
102. I don't know how bad it is in Detroit, but the guy drove... what kind of car did he drive? It wasn't a Saturn
or something.
I don't know, but
is Saturn a GM? Isn't Saturn a
It
Saturn?
is a GM car, and here's another thing that these idiots did. They actually had a car that people loved. If you'll remember back to Saturn, what they would do. By the way, all of these cars obviously carry Sirius XM. So we are pulling for the car companies. I am saying to you right now that I think the big three should be bailed out immediately.
Are you fucking high?
Immediately.
Why?
You work at Sirius XM. That's where the radios are.
Oh, you're talking about autos?
Automobiles, yes.
Oh, yeah. They should be bailed out.
You idiot.
I thought you were talking about something else.
Shut up. You know what? You're like the old grandpa. You sure are. You're like even forgetful, like by the old. Let's go to Paul of Michigan. God, Paul, what do you do there in Michigan? How horrible is it back there?
It's bad. We've been in a recession for 3 years.
He's
here.
Yeah.
And you guys are just catching up.
Yeah, we are. We're just getting the news.
You sound like you've been drinking, Paul.
No,
have you been?
No, he's got a cold.
Has this caused you to go back into the bottle? Did you crawl back into the old bottle?
He's drinking cough syrup.
Mm-hmm. I have a 5 o'clock wine. Thank you.
You do
Doctor's,
have a
doctor's orders.
Doctor's orders. I was a fairly heavy drinker, but not anymore. No, I just want to refute what's his name?
Rodney. Yeah,
Rodney. On our auto industry.
Yeah, I made a mistake there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, you're going on about Toyota, or whatever you call them.
Yeah, rice burners. Those rice burners.
If they would just level the playing field.
Yeah, make a crappy car. Level that playing field.
We don't. I'm a proud owner of a Ford car, and it's a damn good vehicle.
I own a Ford as well, and you're right.
Mm-hmm. And anyway, if they would just level the playing field.
I have a Ford model.
I have a picture. I have a picture of Paul Ford, the old actor.
Yeah, I've got a little Matchbox car.
So. Now wait a minute, Paul.
It's a Mustang.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you know the
Paul, you want to turn your radio down? If you turn your radio down, you won't be listening to us.
You won't hear yourself.
And the delay in the whole thing.
We put you down twice.
Now, Rodney, while he's turning the radio down, I want you to relax and let me speak.
Toyota has basically no they have no expense for retirees. Their government.
You know what they do? They kill their workers at 65.
Well, they don't kill them.
Yeah,
but
they do.
They have a government retirement system.
It's called Harry Carey. Kill himself.
Paid for by the government. They have a health system paid by the government.
This are the Japanese?
So, in other words, you want the taxpayers, you want to be on their back for half of your shit.
Well, the sad thing about it is, if General Motors goes under, they have 450,000 retirees and dependents. It's set up so that if General Motors fails, who picks it up? Who's going to pick up their retirement?
Yeah, but nobody wants General Motors to fail. No one.
Yes, you're talking.
Yes,
I want them to go into bankruptcy. I want them to reorganize and come out a profitable, great American company. Now, what the fuck is
Garrett, do you have any American
in
music?
my day?
Now, Paul of Michigan, here's the crazy thing. Why doesn't Toyota, why doesn't Toyota buy General Motors? Why don't they come in now and buy them at 50 cents on the dollar? I haven't ever seen them even, trying to do that.
Why would they do that?
Yeah, just to kind of control.
Jay, why would they do that?
Why would that be? There's still a union. There's still a union in force.
Now, is that union good or bad, Paul?
I'm not a great union man, but I'll tell you something. All these people that drive these little Toyotas and Hondas around, and they're so proud of themselves, with their wages, their retirements, their everything, the auto, the UAW, the steel workers, the tire industry, the coal miners, that's the guys that drug everything up.
That's right. The windshield wiper man, they all go down. That's right. I'm with you.
If everybody, if everything goes down in the union,
Paul, do you have those tubes in your nose and a little some oxygen
I'm
with
sorry.
a tank?
I'm an old guy, and I probably drank too much in my life.
Hey, Paul, you know what the real solution is, though? Honestly,
hold it a second.
Just make a
Sean,
goddamn good car, and I'll buy it.
Sean,
are a good car.
You've wondered what you're going to sound like in your old age? This is it.
My last Blazer was a piece of shit.
I had a Blazer, a 1990. It was one of the best vehicles I ever had.
Yeah, good for your mechanic.
I never had anything go wrong with it.
Hey, Paul, wait, stop everybody. You don't drive properly, Rodney. You have a Mercedes that has like the
240,000 miles.
Yeah, but it rides like a piece of crap. You've destroyed a Mercedes.
You're terrible. 240,000 miles.
You're the worst driver I've ever been around. Paul, I'm sure drives slowly. He probably Paul, you don't drive over 55, do you?
I drive 65 on the expressway.
There you go.
Through a school zone?
But I know many of people that are driving Ford pickup trucks that have got over 300,000 miles.
I do
build
too.
One of the best engines in the world.
They do.
None.
That's right.
And I don't like people like Rodney criticizing them. They don't build.
Sean, I want you to
Paul, if you can't take criticism, you're fucked.
Hold it. Give Paul Rodney's home address.
I don't want his home address.
Yes, you do. You get in the RV with the wife. Get down to and stay with Rodney. That would be the worst. That would be the worst torture he could. You pull up.
I've never been in jail in my life, and I'm not going.
No, I didn't say hurt him. I said go visit him, and you and the wife stay with Rodney.
You just said that, and I said that I have never been to jail, and I don't want to go now. Okay?
Right, it would be like being in jail.
Yeah,
well, Paul of Michigan, thank you very much.
Okay,
thank you.
Well,
thank you.
Paul, are you saying you'd be my bitch if you came here? It'd be just like jail?
Pardon?
Did you say it'd be just like jail if you came here? You'd be my bitch?
No, I would not do that.
Paul, you've been alive a long time.
In the back of my Mercedes?
Paul, you've been alive a long time. Let's stop talking about the auto industry.
Well, okay.
Have you ever made love to a man, Paul?
No, I have not.
Paul?
Have you ever just had casual sex?
I was married to the greatest woman in the whole wide world. Mm-hmm. And that's the only woman I was ever with. The only woman I ever wanted. You guys go on about all the affairs you had.
No, that's a good story. We like you, Paul.
Now, what about when you hear about me being married 3 times and lusting after...
That's fine. I just happened to find one that I liked.
Well, I found 6 that I liked. Is that...
Yeah, I found one that I liked last night.
Exactly.
She just left.
People wanted to know if I cheated or did fool around, and I said, I'm not doing that. I got a Cadillac home in the garage. Why the hell would I do that for?
That's exactly right. Sean Kelly.
Yeah, why have a Toyota during the day?
Rodney almost made Paul cry. You are the most evil, and I don't even curse this much. Rodney, I think you're one of the most evil sons of bitches that I've ever had the displeasure to be in.
I like Rodney, but I disagree with him, and I don't.
He's
like
a son of a.
I'm not an auto worker. I'm a post office retiree.
You almost made Paul cry.
I did.
Paul likes me. He just said so.
No, he doesn't like you.
I'm a great defender of our auto industry.
All right, Sean, give Paul of Michigan, who only found one woman and still listens to this adulterous, evil, satanic J. Thomas show with Rodney Lee Conway.
I love
filled with ungodly things. Give him.
Hey, Paul, does this take the place of sex? Listen to us.
Pardon?
Does this take the place of sex, listening to us?
I haven't had that in a long time. My wife's been gone a couple of years.
I'm sorry.
Paul,
it's still in my
forget
head,
the
though.
T-shirt.
Hey,
Paul, we're going to send you $50 for a hooker.
Yeah.
Hey, it's still in
UAW
my
hooker.
head. Sex is still in my head.
It
But
is.
that's, it can't
No,
find
no.
Hey,
here's
are the hookers unionized in Detroit, Paul?
No.
Pardon?
Are the hookers unionized? Are they in a hooker union? Do they get benefits?
They should.
That was voted down. That was voted down.
They should be.
Now, Paul, when you said sex is in your head, I have a crazy question.
Yeah.
You're older than I am, thank God.
Yeah.
Do you still masturbate? Because people don't think that the elderly masturbate.
Is masturbation, do you consider it to be something that's natural, or
Yes.
Yes.
when did you start?
I started at 6 years old.
14.
Okay, I have to be relieved. Let's put it that way.
Okay, good.
I'm not. It's a natural thing.
It's a natural thing. Exactly.
Do you masturbate while holding up a picture of a Corvette?
No, not really.
Mustang?
No. Oh, I love the Mustang.
Yeah.
I never owned one, but
That
they're great
fastback,
cars.
huh? Remember those
Okay,
fastback?
Sean Kelly, what do we have for
That'll give you
Paul
a boner.
beside the T-shirt, the Christmas T-shirt that says Merry Christmas? Got a problem with that? Because you believe in God, don't you, Paul?
No.
No, you don't? Okay,
well,
Sean,
I
maybe
believe,
my daddy's a trucker would be a better
I
one for
believe
him.
in a superior being.
How about
Okay,
it's a
well,
mess down there?
Whatever. Sean, beside that, what do we have for Paul of Michigan, who has put up with this hedonistic radio show, the Jay Thomas Show? What do we have?
Something great. I don't have my prize bag with me, but it's going to
Okay.
be great.
All right.
And the
sounds
shirt
great.
is going to be made in America, by the way.
All right, Paul, thank you. Wow. Let's go to Donnie of Detroit. Donnie, the Jay Thomas Show.
Jay, they don't know.
The
They
CEO.
don't know how bad the Big Three is. And what the Big Three needs is the Clydesdale.
The Big Three needs a
You
Clydesdale.
don't know the shit, Rodney, about the Clydesdales because you're Canadian. And you don't know about Uncle Jay.
All right. Okay, thank you, Donnie of Detroit. Let's go
Thanks,
to
buddy.
Chris of Maryland. What the hell? He thinks you're a Canadian. You know, it's
I know.
this new channel, this 108, 139.
Yeah, I know. It's thrown
By the way,
everybody.
Sean, I was hoping for an XM listener, and we finally got one. They're a different breed, aren't they? They're a whole different breed of individual. Garrett, did you hear that? That was an XM listener
Yeah.
just bleeding through, you know? You know what it was like?
That
It
is
was,
funny.
You know what it was like? It was like a saltwater fish
That's
somehow
funny
getting into a freshwater pond for just a moment and trying to figure it out. Chris of Maryland, yeah, go ahead.
Wiggling around.
yeah, go ahead,
Chris of Maryland.
Yeah, I don't want to turn this into, some boring lecture crap about this whole auto industry.
Oh, God forbid.
Wait a second. The
Yeah.
fact that you started like that lets all of us know
Yeah.
that you are
we
going to
know it.
lecture us.
We're all going to go to the bathroom.
So why do you start with that when what it means is, instead of saying, I don't want to bore you with it, I'm going to bore you with a lecture. Just go ahead and say it, and don't preface it with some negative that you're lying about anyway.
And throw some gags in there, will you?
Yeah, and have a joke.
Okay, will do. Rod, do you know realize that if GM does declare bankruptcy, that the other two have to also, just to stay in the competitive market?
That's great.
And it's going to bring everybody, it's going to bring pretty much the whole shoot match to a complete stop.
That's not true. That's not what bankruptcy does.
Well, it will in this case because of there's those tier one suppliers that GM has, hundreds of millions of dollars owed to. So when they declare bankruptcy, they're off the hook for all those bills. Now all of a sudden, those guys that supply all those parts to all the automakers, not just the big three, but the Toyota and Honda too, are now up the creek for that money that they're dependent on to keep those parts supplies running.
If the
So you just bring that
taxpayer,
to a screeching halt.
if the taxpayers give them $75 billion, it will just run the companies, the unprofitable, uncompetitive companies, for a couple months, and we'll be right back where we started.
If we don't put any kind
When
of
you use that little
stipulations
gay
on it.
voice, Rodney, does that make everything better when you do that?
It's the way I
started.
It's
where
the
we
way I make a
started.
point, Jay.
I see.
It worked with you. You took note.
You know,
you remember-
I totally agree, but here's the other thing I agree with. I think we're printing money and we're giving people bailouts and we're doing all this, and I mean this. This sounds awful, but it's probably the wrong thing to do, but it makes us feel better. And
doesn't make me feel better.
It doesn't make you feel better, but it makes a lot of people feel better. And it's just, that's all it is. It's probably a huge mistake.
You know that $4 trillion bailout that we gave to the financial institutions? Do you know that nobody knows where that money went except for $300 billion to AIG, which isn't even a company?
That's fine. I don't care. It made me feel better that they did.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, well, fine. I'm an idiot. It makes me feel... Hold on a second.
You know, a McDonald's...
Garrett, you're 30 years old. Garrett, you're 30 years old, right? You're 30 years old.
Correct.
Okay? Okay, you will be paying for Sean and my and Rodney's Social Security in, 15 or 20 years, whatever it is. You're going to be paying for it. Mm-hmm. How do you feel right now? Do you think about that? Do you care?
No.
Because the young are stupid, Rodney.
I'm just going to pass it on to the kids below me when I get older. Yeah.
Rodney, my kids, they don't think they're 17, 18, and 15, almost 16. They don't care about all this. They just want to feel better. That's all. Everybody wants to feel better.
Well,
You're talking sense. When I see big mistake.
When I see you and Garrett and Paul and the current caller in the gulag, I'm going to kick your ass.
Yeah, but the difference is that this isn't a bailout for the auto companies. These are low-interest loans. Yes. Just like when we gave Chrysler low-interest loans, they paid that back before that loan came due, and the government actually made money on it.
Gee, and what do we get? The K car?
This isn't really a bailout.
Mm-hmm.
And are any of those K cars on the road?
Yeah, but you got to remember right now that these three companies are putting out quality products. Granted, they weren't up to speed, for the last 30 years, but in the last 5 years, they've been putting out a competitive quality product.
Well, you'll be happy to know I'm going to buy a Volt, so I'm going to do my part.
All right, there you go. Thank you very much. It's the Jay Thomas Show. We'll come back and discuss it. We have a lot of different things going on here. Also, Psychic Susanna will come on, Rodney, and she, by the way, I think I'm going to get her to talk about the economy and see if she can see into the future. Okay? You can call us at 888-4-102-102. Rodney Lee Conover is here, and it's the Jay Thomas Show at Sirius 108 XM. 139.
Jay Thomas. New for afternoons. New to 108 and new to XM. Jay Thomas. Stars 2. Jay Thomas. Sirius 108 and XM 139. The new Stars 2. Sirius 108, XM 139. Infinity, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. East. 3 to 6 West. Maximum Radio with Covino and Rich. Maximum Radio. Noon to 3 p.m. East. 9 a.m. to noon West. The Jay Thomas Show. 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. East. Noon to 3 West. All shows replayed throughout the day. New Stars 2. The new Stars 2. Sirius 108 and XM 139.
Anytime you do anything online, shopping, banking, email, you're vulnerable to the nightmare of identity thieves stealing your money.
I got an email that looked exactly like it came from my cell phone company. Next day, my bank notified me of suspicious credit card withdrawals. I spent the next 2 months cleaning up one mess after another. What a nightmare.
Don't become a victim. Protect yourself with Identity Guard Total Protection, now with ID Vault. This powerful technology scans the internet and thousands of data sources every day, and with ID Vault, lets you make your passwords, screen names, and credit card numbers virtually impossible to steal when you're online. Identity Guard Total Protection with ID Vault. Serious 21st century stuff for 21st century crime. Call 877-600-2669. Sign up now and get Identity Guard Total Protection with ID Vault free for 30 days. Just pay shipping and handling. Call 877-600-2669 today. That's 877-600-2669, or visit identityguard.com.
Hi, this is Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart Living Radio is the 24/7 channel dedicated to great living.
Martha Stewart Living Radio. I, along with my entire team of lifestyle experts, cover everything from gardening to cooking to crafts and caring for your pets.
I've got a great dog. She's 2.5 years old. She was in the shelter for about a year.
Plus, tune in for specials like At Martha's Table, where I sit down with chefs like Emeril Lagasse and Mario Batali.
At this point, orange has become kind of my trademark. It's the national color of Batali, isn't it?
Natalia. Okay.
Exactly. Martha Stewart Living Radio. Sirius listeners, listen now on Sirius 112. And XM listeners, it's available now on XM 157 as part of the Best of Sirius package. Sign up now and get 3 months of the Best of Sirius for free. To get more details, call 888-5-SIRI-XM.
That's 888-574-7496.
Or go to Sirius.com/best or XMRadio.com/best.
The Jay Thomas Show. For idiots, by idiots. Non-stop idiot action. The new afternoon show on Stars 2. Jay Thomas. On Sirius 108 and XM 139. Stars
2. Seems everything I buy these days has got a foreign name. From the kind of car I drive to my video game.
I got a Nikon camera, a Sony color TV.
But the one that I love is from the USA and standing next to me. My baby is American made, born and
Hey,
bred.
Jay.
Yes, sir.
This is what passes for entertainment on other channels.
What, this song?
Yeah. Seriously, people sit around listening to this.
That's right. My Baby is American Made. By the way, for those of you that have just started listening to us over here on 108...
My baby is a Toyota.
You actually dated a Toyota for years, didn't you?
I did. I did.
No.
She's running things now.
Here's a question. A question. You've made love to American women, to Spanish women, and else. Was it different making love to an Asian woman? Or is it just the same in the end?
It's just the same. It was the same mechanically speaking, but she was really into it. I don't think it was because she was Asian, though. Just some people are into it, some people aren't.
Did she get things for you? Was she more like a geisha kind of?
See, that's the myth, especially when Asian women come to America. Mm-hmm. That's the myth. What they are is they're really happy to be women. They don't want to be men. They're really happy to be women, but boy, don't cross them. Ouch, mommy.
You mean well, that's like Italian women. They're happy to be women, but
right.
don't. Yeah, you're right.
Do not cross it.
That's right.
She would. I tell you what, she would tell me once in a while, not all the time, but once in a while, she would tell me, "I don't want you to drink tonight." She would say that maybe once every 3 weeks, and then I'd sneak a beer in. Oh my God, she'd get mad.
She was a Toyota.
She was a Toyota. No, what was a?
Now, did her vagina go up and down, or is it going the other direction, like they say?
I've
only read that.
Are you in grade school?
Well, I
That's
don't
something I heard when I was in grade school.
And they slide down the banister and they go like that.
It's like a grade school joke.
That's for our XM listeners.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay. Let's go to Alan of Long Beach. Alan, welcome. You've had XM for how long, and how did you find the Jay Thomas Show with Rodney Lee Conover?
Hey, Jay. Hey, Rodney. Thanks for the line, for the phone call. Yeah, I'm a new listener, first-time caller. I've had XM radio for about a year now. I got it last Christmas. I buy it by the year.
An XM caller, Jay.
Now, years ago, Alan, I was on Power 106 in Los Angeles. Did you ever listen to Power 106 years ago in L.A.?
Yeah, Jay, but I never knew you were on Power 106. But listen to this, Jay. I've been a fan of yours since Murphy Brown on CBS. I thought you were always funny, and you were a bright guy, but you had a big nose.
Jay, what was I telling you at the cafe the other day? People remember that Murphy Brown. They remember it well.
The sad thing is, and it's difficult, we talk about this being an entertainer, and the stuff you're famous for is like, 10, 12 years ago. And you're embarrassed by it. I'm glad I have radio, thank God.
Why are you embarrassed by that? I don't get that.
It's a has-been kind of a thing.
No, it's not.
No?
It's
It's in my head. Can I play this to you, Alan? The Jay Thomas public, the man who's off the air, is very insecure, very nervous, and worries about everything. Jay Thomas, Sirius XM, is fearless. So as I said it just now, I don't feel it. But as soon as the show is over, I am as insecure and as worried about things. So
you know what he does right after the show?
What?
What's that?
He calls me every day right after the show and says, God damn, I don't know about this economy. I think it's over.
Oh, that's right. But when I'm on the air, I don't feel, and I don't, even right now, as I'm talking about it, I don't, hold it a second. Nope, I don't feel anything.
No.
Hold it one second. Let me think about my acting career. Hold on.
Of course, that's because we got a big batch of fertilizer Tuesday.
Here's the thing.
Nope, I feel fine. I feel fine. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Alan. Yes, I feel fine. Mm-hmm.
It's just that you've always been under the radar. You've never been busted for drugs or a DUI, so you've never been in the, you've never been in the news. So that's
knock on wood. Knock on wood, Alan.
That's always bad. Well, Alan, thank you for coming over from XM. And,
how's the show so far, Alan?
Yeah, how's it been going?
It's great. It's edgy, but it's not too edgy. You guys sound like that. You're being honest. You say what comes out of your mouth. You honestly mean it, and it just kind of rings true. For me.
Well, you have missed almost over 4 years of Jay Thomas shows. Sean, are you going to listen tomorrow?
I listen every day now.
Okay, watch this. Sean, I'd like you to put a rerun, one of our favorite reruns, on tomorrow afternoon for Alan and all the people at XM and the new listeners at Sirius 108.
Yeah, I'll record it.
Absolutely. I want you to hear the stuff that you missed.
Yeah.
Sean, can you do that tomorrow?
Absolutely, Jay. No problem. For you,
all
anything.
Right. And by the way, on Friday mornings, Alan, I'm on Howard 101, which is the same channel on XM also. Okay.
Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have Sirius. I just have the XM. But I think I'm.
Oh no, that's fine.
No. You get that. You get that on XM.
Yeah, you get Howard 101 tomorrow morning, and we'll be there. And then you have 139 Sirius in your. XM.
See, we merged.
That's great. We merged. That's it.
I'll listen. But I'll tell you this, Jay. That Rodney, he's a good guy. You just have to keep a shorter leash on him.
That's right. I will. Well, listen, Alan, you've given us one too many instructions. All right, Al. All right, there you go. Thank you, Alan. Let's go to Mike in Missouri. Mike, the Jay Thomas Show. Yes, sir, Mike. How are you? What can we do for? Do we not have Mike there?
Push that button.
Let's go to. Do we have Mike in Missouri on line 3? Yeah, thank you. Hi, Mike. How are you?
Hey, what's going on, Jay?
Very good. Thank you.
Hey, man, I haven't heard you mention your son's band JT experience in a while, and I was just wondering if
well, I'm glad you. For those who don't know, my biological son JT, he is actually going to be performing someplace this weekend, and he sent me an email on it, and I'll find it and I'll make that announcement. But you know what song he wrote, and they're out there. It's the lead singer of Alabama. Randy Owen has a song out, and that my son wrote it, JT wrote it. And then the new album in 2009 by Uncle Kracker. Do you know who that guy is, who started with Kid Rock and all? You know Uncle Kracker?
Yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah, JT's written a ton of songs for him, and he's still out. He also has that "I'm Gonna Party Like a Rock Star" song. We'll play that in a few minutes, okay? But thanks for asking. He's doing great, and he's going to be in New York with us when we are at the Carolines, December the 18th. Rodney Lee Conover will be there. He'll be doing a set. Shuli's going to be the headliner that night. I'm going to be the host of the show. It's an evening with Jay Thomas and friends, so join us then. All right. Mike, what else beside my son, JT? What else?
That was about all I was calling about.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. Thank you, Mike. Mike in Missouri.
Mike in a wind tunnel in Missouri.
Bob of Toronto, the Jay Thomas Show. Yes, Bob, how are you?
How you doing today?
Good, thank you.
Good. I got a question. I'm early 30s, married, 2 kids. Just got a new job.
You're lucky.
And the job entails me to go to like a training facility for a few months, and it's just under $10,000 out of my pocket. Now, the outlaws or the in-laws, they have offered to pay for that.
Take it.
Wow. Take it.
And they pretty much said, it's either you get it now or you get it when I die. So
take it.
Yeah.
Take it. Don't think anything. You know,
don't even think.
I shouldn't be too proud or anything.
No. Oh, please.
That's bullshit.
You know what?
Fuck
They're
that
the grandparents. It feeds the children.
That's right.
You take care of their daughter.
They love you.
You're nice to the
money.
daughter. Do you treat the daughter good?
Oh, yeah, beautiful.
Hey, you're going to want to do that for your kids, so let them do that for you, man.
And you know something? If they said, take it now, or because you'll just get it later, they're correct. There was a guy, he ended up, he wrote a book called Die Broke. and he's Michael J. Fox's father-in-law. And he said the last check you ought to write is to the undertaker. And so why not give your kids the money, and instead of like trying to run their lives from the grave and all that, don't worry, take it, say thank you very much, do your best, work your ass off, and that's it. But pride's ridiculous. It's silly. I mean, I give anybody who works hard and who tries hard money, and I have some relatives, by the way, that I won't help. And I even have some money put away for one of my nephews, and he is completely spiraling out of control, and I'm trying to figure out a way to take his name off the money and give it to somebody else. As long as you work and try, I don't care what you do. And my kids, I've told them, if you really try hard, I'll give you everything I can. But if you don't, then I'm not gonna give you anything. But once you got the babies and the wife and all that, sure, they want to give you that money.
You know how you work that pride thing into it? Drop it for a moment and take the money, and then do something really good with that training and that job, and the pride will just come back.
I got a great idea. But first of all, Bob, have some fun with them. You ready?
Absolutely.
Here's what you do. You get the $10,000
check.
Get a
Coke habit.
You get a $10,000 check. You go to the bank and you get it in cash. Okay? Get it in cash. Get it in $100 bills, right? Get it in cash.
Put it in a big roll.
Put it in a big roll. You invite your in-laws to what's a great restaurant in Toronto that you normally wouldn't go to?
Ruth's Chris.
Okay, go to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, right? Good New Orleans steakhouse. You tell the waiter that you're going to be giving him $100 bills during the meal, but you want them back later, okay? And you tell him what you're going to do. You take the parents there to thank them. You pull out this roll of hundreds made up of their $10,000, and you tip hundreds here, hundreds there, and then it's the big joke at the end of dinner.
See, I was going to, my buddy that's got a brand new vet, and I was going to take that and tell him I rented it for the weekend.
Yeah,
do it all.
And just after the appetizer, do a line of Coke right on the table
all of
in front of them.
Yeah, or bring, you know what, buy
pour
a fake,
some salt out,
But go buy a fake Rolex, one of those fake gold Rolexes. Let your sleeve fall. Go get one of those horseshoe diamond pinky rings made of plastic, And I'm not kidding you. You want to have a good time, do that, okay?
Alrighty, man.
And then you give them a little note, because they're going to be madder than hell. You give them a little note, and inside the note it says the stupid thing that Rodney told you to say, the sweet thing. You know what I'm saying? Okay?
Of course.
All right.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
All right.
God, I feel good.
You're a giver.
I love giving advice.
You're a giver.
But Rodney, that is funny.
It is. That'd be. You know what? I'd love to have that on videotape when he pulls out the giant roll of hundreds and starts peeling them off like Joe Pesci.
Here's the thing. No, I'm not giving the money back. But I was making a joke. John of Nebraska, the Jay Thomas Show. By the way, John, have you ever heard of Psychic Susanna? Have you ever been to the Landslide Family Restaurant in Omaha, Nebraska, John?
I have not, but I know of Psychic Susanna.
Okay,
she's on some local terrestrial stations in
Have
the
you
area.
been to Nomad's restaurant in Omaha? Have you been to that place?
No, I have not.
Have you been to the Shark Club in Omaha?
No, I haven't.
These are all the places that she performs.
Well, she's... I'm missing out on all the good stuff. Then.
Where do you live in Nebraska?
I live about 120 miles, a little bit northwest of there.
Oh, boy.
In a town.
We're going to get you.
You're practically in South Dakota, aren't you?
Yes, I'm 60 miles from Yankton.
Yeah.
Well, no, wait a minute. We're going to say she's in Yankton tonight at the Waterfront Lounge.
Really?
So when she comes on, I'm gonna have you hold on, because I'm gonna have her read you, and then I'm gonna have her get you into the Waterfront Lounge for free tonight. Okay?
All righty. That sounds
You're gonna bring
good.
your lady with you. You got a lady friend or a wife?
My wife is actually in Omaha right now visiting my daughter.
Oh, well then you'll go alone.
I will.
Yeah, you'll go to the Waterfront Lounge tonight. So hold on. Now, what you want to say before we go to Psychic Susanna?
I just wanted to tell you I love the show. When I get off work, my Basset Hound and I, we listen to you. The Basset really likes Rodney. And
the Basset, now do you sit in a chair? Or do you have him in the where do you have the dog?
He's in a love sack watching the radio, kind of like.
What's a love sack? What is a love sack?
A big.
I have one of those.
Bag. One of those big, expensive bean bags.
I call it a nut sack, but
you have a nut sack. You don't have a love sack.
Oh, sorry.
So he sits in a beanbag chair, and it's almost like the old days when you turned on one of those big wooden radios.
Yeah.
Sean, you remember that when you were a little boy listening to the Lone Ranger on the radio and all that.
Yeah, that was before we ever got television. We used to sit around and listen to Superman and the Lone Ranger on the radio.
Exactly right.
In my day.
That's right.
Can you picture that?
It was the good old days. It was the good old. So you're there listening with your Basset Hound, and what can we do for you before we go away and come back with Psychic Susanna? Yes, sir.
What I do is I watch infomercials, and I watch this Tony Little, and he does that exercise deals, and
she does. Tawny Little's a girl.
No, he's a little short, muscular guy, isn't he?
Tony. You mean the guy with the long hair?
Oh, that irritates the hell out of me.
And the muscles and all. And he sells the thing that you look like you're kind of running on in midair.
Yeah, the skiing thing.
He sold a couple of million of those.
Oh, that hair is disturbing, yet it's captivating.
It's the mullet. He's got the giant mullet.
John, your wife has to get back to the house as soon as she can. When you're being captivated by a
nutsack and some guy with a mullet.
Why don't you watch Richard Simmons and maybe his love bag will fall out?
Just one of them.
Yeah.
Queer.
What's that?
He'd be queer.
You think that Richard Simmons is a queer?
I think so.
That's an act. Don't you know that?
Oh, bull.
Here, let me do my impersonation. You ready?
Okay. Sure. Go ahead.
Rodney, I love you.
There you go.
That's the only one I do.
All right. Put John on hold. We'll have the psychic with him in just a minute.
He said his dog liked me.
Yeah. All right.
A nutsack.
Let's go to Gary of Ontario, Canada. Yes, Gary, how are you? Ontario, Canada, or Ontario, California? Gary.
Yeah, Canada, Jay.
How are you?
Good. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? There's a controversy before we go anywhere. Okay. Jim Kelly, the quarterback for years ago, who went to 4 losing Super Bowls, he said the fun thing about people coming to Buffalo to play against the Bills was that they would freeze their asses off, especially Miami. So the Bills have this huge winning record over, the Raiders, the Dolphins, all the warm teams would come into Buffalo in the November, December, and just get their asses kicked. Right now, they're playing in the Toronto domed stadium against the Jets, and I'm glad they're playing in Toronto. But yeah, I have to agree that's not football. What did Mike Ditka say, Rodney, about football? What did he say?
If a cow can't eat it, I don't want to play on it.
That's right. You know what? Are you going to go to that game to see the Bills against the Miami Dolphins in Toronto?
No, I'm not, Jay. No, I'm not really too much into football. I'm more into hockey.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got a hockey story for you.
Sloppy seconds, huh?
Yeah, what is that sloppy second story?
Sean Avery.
Yeah.
What did he say now? Who's dating his ex-girlfriend?
Apparently everyone.
I don't know. I actually watched it on TV last night, but I forget who it was. But yeah.
Why should a guy be suspended from a sport just because he says something about his ex-girlfriend? What the fuck does one have to do with
Sean
another?
Avery of the Dallas Stars has been suspended indefinitely for comments he made in Calgary talking about several players dating his sloppy seconds mentioning their names. Are you kidding?
It was quite fucking comical, to tell you the truth. But yeah, that guy is quite the shit disturber, though.
Wait a minute.
He does have a reputation.
What's the deal? What's the deal where you can't speak your mind? I mean, what did he do?
I know
what kind of violation is that?
We're too politically correct up here.
Yeah, so a couple of guys went tweeners with his ex. Who cares?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, here we go. I got the picture of him. They shows him with his ex-girlfriend Alicia Cuthbert, and she's dating some NHL guy, and that's the first woman he said it about. They said, "What do you think of whoever dating her?" Now, listen to these.
Wasn't she on 24? Didn't she play his daughter?
Oh, she did? Alicia Cuthbert?
Yeah, she's the blonde, on 24.
Well, that's the first one he said somebody, and she likes hockey players. Now, I've told you this before. I dated a hockey player, excuse me. I dated a woman.
No, you played a hockey player, Jay.
I dated a woman in Macon, Georgia, and she had a gold tooth, a silver tooth in the front of her face, right? Attractive except for this silver tooth. And I asked her how she got it. She used to date these guys on the Macon Whoopies, which was this semi-pro hockey team. And she liked to be banged on a concrete or a terrazzo floor. And a hockey guy, knocked her tooth out while they're having sex, right?
Who's that?
No, but it was a I don't know who it was. But when I got with her, she wanted sex so hard and so rough that it was difficult for me to keep up. I have never forgotten that. And she would go on to tell me that these guys, as nice as they can be and everything else, they are rougher than any athlete, football player, anything. And so if this woman, whatever her name is, Alicia Cuthbert, likes hockey players, she likes it as rough as any female has ever gotten it.
She likes it hard.
Absolutely. And you know what? If you're out there and you're about to date a woman who went with a hockey player, Rodney, stay away from that, my friend. Stay away from that.
Why?
You want to work that hard in bed?
Yeah, that's
all
a good
that
point.
Banging and all that lifting.
You're right. I like to lay back and let it
You know
out.
the one
You're
I
correct.
hate is when they get on top of you and you have to you work as hard as they. I don't like a lot of hard work in the sack.
You put a pillow under your ass, Jay, and you just lay there.
Man.
You don't know anything.
I don't know. Anyway. All right, Gary, thank you very much.
You're thinking about that one, aren't you?
Thank you. I was thinking about it for a second. Mike of Winnipeg, we have to go away, but why was this guy Avery suspended? Was it just because he said the other players are getting his sloppy seconds?
Yes.
Well, the thing you got to understand is the commissioner of the NHL, Gary Bettman, he's been trying since he got that job to remake the NHL. Back in the old days, back in my day, they wouldn't have suspended that guy. They would have let Avery get on the ice, and Dion Phaneuf, the boyfriend of Alicia Cuthbert, would have laid that guy's ass out like Sunday dinner.
They would
And guess what?
They would have decided it on
right
game
there.
day.
And you know what? A guy like me who doesn't watch hockey, I would have tuned that game. The tune-in would have been Sean. Wait a minute. Garrett, do you watch hockey, Garrett? Yeah. Okay. Don't you think you and your buddies would have had a party and like a Super Bowl to watch those two go at each other?
Especially in Canada. Those people love
Absolutely.
hockey.
It would have been, and you know what? They would have thrown underwear and bras and everything on the ice. You know what's so stupid? What's so stupid, Mike, is I don't know who the new commissioner guy is, but it's true of all sports now. They act like children are watching this game. And it's not a bunch of guys who are
not
frustrated.
a bunch of guys drinking beer.
And frustrated by their lives and getting it out by screaming at a ball game or something.
Taking a piss outside. And,
exactly.
It's so far removed from reality because I used to play in I used to play hockey in a league of guys in an industrial league.
Oh my
And
God,
the
those
stuff-
guys are nuts.
The stuff that Sean Avery said is nothing. That's pretty. It's nothing
tame.
compared to what we used to say.
They
to
used
each
to
other
jump
outside.
into the stands and fight the fans in hockey.
Well, you know what? When I was playing semi-pro football, we got this Vietnam veteran guy, mean or crazy as hell, and he comes in and he starts playing, one of the tight ends, and my girlfriend was in the stands. We get in the huddle. He says, "Whose old lady is that up there?" And I said, "That's my girlfriend." He goes, "Jesus Christ. She's fucking you. I may take her away after the game." He's on my team, right? And I remember thinking, I can fight him or I can do whatever. What I decided to do was befriend him because he was blocking on my right side. But guys say horrible things to each other about me.
Yeah.
They always have. And if a guy's dating another woman, and after the Psychic Susanna comes on, we're going to get a list of guys and the women are passed around in sports like a baton in the 4x400 at the Olympics, okay? They just pass them around. And the same thing in Hollywood, except most of those guys are so fruity it doesn't make any difference, right? But, so how many hockey players has this Alicia Cuthbert dated?
I think she's been with, I think Dion is her probably third or fourth guy. But that's okay. I mean, that's...
What does that say about her, Mike, before we go away? What does that say?
She likes guys that play hockey, that's all. You know?
Really?
And what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I should have asked, the only thing we used to pass around in my dressing room was a 2 for a beer, so...
What was your beer of choice?
Pardon me?
What was your beer of choice?
Whatever happened to be on sale at the beer store.
That's exactly right.
And Sean Kelly, when you and I first started out, we would pass these kind of toothless women around the old radio station. Remember those days, Sean?
God, things have gotten better, haven't they?
They sure have. It's the Jay Thomas Show. Roddy Lee Conover's with us. Psychic Susanna's on the way. Sirius 108 XM 139.
Society's oddities played like a fiddle. The Jay Thomas Show. The new afternoon show on Stars 2. Sirius 108 and XM 139. The new Stars 2. Sirius 108 XM 139. Infinity. 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. East. 3 to 6 West. Maximum Radio with Covino and Rich. Maximum Radio. Noon to 3 p.m. East. 9 a.m. to noon West. The Jay Thomas Show. 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. East. Noon to 3 West. All shows replayed throughout the day. New Stars 2. The new Stars 2. Sirius 108 and XM 139.
Attention shoppers, it's STD season, so check out the latest in chlamydia. Gonorrhea, now on sale, in his and hers matching sets. In aisle 9, syphilis, a retro favorite. And nothing says I love you like herpes. This thoughtful gift lasts forever.
In the real world, no one wants an STD, so Trojan Condoms has a website dedicated to preventing them. With art, film, and dialogue inspiring America to evolve and become sexually healthy. Join us at EvolveOne.evolveAll.com.
During the holidays this year, help fight poverty in New York by sharing the spirit of the season with Robin Hood holiday cards. Robin Hood helps fight poverty unlike any other organization, dedicating 100% of all donations to help impoverished New Yorkers build better lives for themselves and their families. Pick custom holiday cards, blank cards, designer cards, even cards with your corporate logo. Go to robinhood.org/holiday. That's robinhood.org/holiday. Or call 212-227-6601 and give the gift of fighting poverty this holiday season.
Looking to make some cash on unwanted jewelry? Turn to Cash for Gold. That's cash, the number 4, gold. To turn that unwanted gold, silver, and platinum jewelry into cold hard cash. Cash for Gold is a direct refiner of precious metals, which means there's no middleman and you collect more money. Cash for Gold is America's #1 gold buyer with millions of dollars paid out to thousands of satisfied customers. The process is easy. Request a refiner's return pack. Place your unwanted gold or jewelry in the pack. Send back to Cash for Gold, and they'll send cash within 24 hours of receipt at their facility. The refiner's return pack is absolutely free and insured. Call 1-800-935-4779 or go to cashforgold.com. That's cash, the number 4, gold.com. For the highest payouts on your unwanted gold, silver, or platinum, call now. That's 1-800-935-4779 or cashforgold.com.
Jay Thomas Show. Every day something new, something bizarre. For you, for now. The new afternoon show on Stars 2, Sirius 108 and XM 139.
Oh, Susanna, don't you cry for me, 'cause I come from Alabama with a banjo on my knees. It rained all night the day I left, the weather it was dry, the sun so hot it froze to death, Susanna.
Well, I wonder what's going to happen in the future when you can go to Psychic Susanna. Go to Psychics, go to MediaPsychic.com. And for those of you in the Omaha, Yankton, South Dakota, Omaha, Nebraska, Onawa, Iowa area. She's coming to the Waterfront Lounge in Yankton, South Dakota, B&B Roundup Lounge in Onawa, Iowa, Nomads in Omaha, and the Landslide Family Restaurant in Omaha. This is just the tip of the psychic iceberg. Welcome back, Psychic Susanna. How are you?
Well, good morning. I'm totally blessed.
There you are.
I'm on with you again, Jay. What more could a woman
Totally
want?
blessed or totally
blessed?
Totally blessed, honey.
That's Rodney Lee Conover, a Psychic Susanna.
Totally blitzed.
Well, not quite yet.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, when you're working tonight at the Waterfront Lounge in Yankton, do you have a cocktail while you're doing the psychic readings?
Unfortunately, you never want to have me with liquor in me.
Really?
Yeah, because I then don't stop talking. And then we might get into things you may not want everybody to know.
So you might give someone a more realistic reading than...
No, I might cover more dirty underwear.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you see anything right now, like you're just talking to, before we, by the way, the phones are open at 8884-102-102, as Psychic Susanna is here. Do you feel anything right now as you're talking?
From you?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm thinking about a little bit of an insurance issue of some sort.
You know what? Hold it a second.
This is dirty laundry. Hold
on a second. No, and I mean this, and I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how you know this, but my luggage was stolen at the airport, and I am in the middle of talking to the insurance companies now and battling over the exact amount of the thing. I mean, I'm not kidding you.
I understand.
I hadn't even said that to you, Rodney. I mean it.
Okay. Well,
what do you see? What do you see?
Honey. I gotta feel you're not going to be happy exactly with what's going on with them.
You're right. I know that already.
Okay.
That's right.
Do you know why?
No.
Because there's so many creeps in this world who take advantage of people.
So that's it. It's somebody, a creepy person at the... No, do you know what it really is?
Well,
when you lose your luggage, there's a note on the back of the airline ticket that says that you're not going to get more than $1,500 or whatever it is for your luggage. Right. And I carry thousands of dollars of clothes and computers and everything else. And so that's the problem, is I didn't read that small print on the back of the damn luggage.
Isn't that exculpatory, though?
But here's the other part. There's too many people.
What's that? Exculpatory? What does that mean?
There's too many people who want to take advantage of other people.
Yeah, there are.
And they think that they're going to get I've left my diamond watch in there or something that they really never have.
Oh, that's right. They think I'm lying. Oh, yeah, all of that stuff? Yeah. Well, guess what? I got receipts. Stay where you are. Psychic Susanna doesn't just help stars like me. No. We'll help people like you. Don't forget, December the 18th, Jay Thomas and Friends at Caroline's. December 23rd, the David Letterman Show on CBS. We'll have the great Jay Thomas. You're kidding. That's right. Live it's Sirius 108, XM 139. Or maybe it's Christmas Eve, but watch both nights. I don't know which night.
Led Zeppelin Radio. 24/7 Zeppelin. Listen to hear Night of the Living Led unreleased live cuts. Zeppelin covers with the song retains the name. Interview segments with Page, Plant, Jones, and Bonham.
The name Led Zeppelin was coined by Keith Moon.
Led Zeppelin Radio. The entire Zeppelin experience, including solo work and a whole lot of lead. Led Zeppelin Radio. Sirius 33, XM 39.
Computer security threats such as spam, spyware, viruses, pop-up ads, and hackers invade your business every day through email, instant messaging, web browsing, and your company's website. Stop the intrusions and improve office productivity now by installing a Barracuda Networks spam firewall, web filter, or IM firewall. Free evaluation units are available by calling 888-ANTI-SPAM, 888-ANTI-SPAM, or visiting Barracuda.com. For server load balancing, the Barracuda Load Balancer offers an affordable solution for distributing network traffic. And for organizations with compliance needs, the Barracuda Message Archiver preserves all email communications. With no software to install and no per-user license fees, Barracuda Networks products offer minimal setup time and unmatched affordability. Do what more than 70,000 other companies have done. Reclaim your network with a Barracuda Networks firewall. For a free evaluation unit, call Barracuda Networks, 888-ANTI-SPAM, 888-ANTI-SPAM, or go online to Barracuda.com.
Gentlemen, this message is for you if you're using either Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra, or perhaps you never have and it's about time. ClassicTabs.com now has all 5 performance enhancers, Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, and 2 new fast-acting tablets that melt under the tongue. Both start to work in as little as 15 minutes. You choose. Go online to ClassicTabs.com or give us a call at 1-800-640-7032. Your prescription will be filled by a U.S. licensed physician, delivered overnight in a privacy envelope right to your door. Now there are 5 male enhancers to choose from: Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, and 2 new fast-acting tablets that melt under the tongue. Your decision, your choice. It's that simple. That's ClassicTabs.com, ClassicTabs.com, or call 1-800-640-7032. ClassicTabs.com.
Jay Thomas. Thomas Show. The afternoon drive show on the new Stars 2, Sirius 108 and XM 139.
Go to jthomas.com and you will see all the links to everybody, like Psychic Susanna, MediaPsychic.com. For the holidays, we have a store, and at the store we have our Merry Christmas shirt. Got a problem with that. Plus, we have collector's items, Obama the Commie. We have V-Pilf for the former vice presidential nominee, that's Sarah Palin. We also have It's a Mess Down There, a tribute to Rodney Lee Conover's love to unshaved women. We have The Beatings Will Continue Until Morale Improves.
When you say that, I feel like such an idiot.
Well, that's what it is.
I know,
anyway,
you're right. That's why I feel like an idiot.
And don't forget, the great Rodney Lee Conover wrote, produced, and acted in Bachelor Man. Go to bachelorman.com, read the reviews and everything else, and maybe even buy a copy for a close personal friend. Let's go now to John of Nebraska. John, the Jay Thomas Show. How far do you live from Yankton, South Dakota, John?
59 miles.
59 miles. Psychic Susanna.
Good morning, John.
This is a man.
There's
Can
really
you
not
get
speed
him?
limits there either. He could get
Can
there in a
you
half
get
hour.
him in for free tonight at your appearance at the waterfront?
Your name, but how about the one in Omaha at Nomads?
No,
Well,
but
his
he's
wife is
closer to
there.
Yankton.
We don't want to go there.
His wife's in Omaha.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Say your name and age, and let me tell you about your future.
My name is John. I'm 45.
Okay. First of all, John, are you aware that you don't listen real well?
I am very aware of that.
And are you aware that gets you in a lot of trouble?
I am aware of that, too.
Okay, here's the problem. You're extremely sensitive, and you don't want to hear anything that it might be unpleasant. So
Is
you
he a
don't.
little? Is he a little light in the loafers? You think?
No, he's not. He just doesn't want to look at evil. He doesn't want to see a problem, so he doesn't see things clearly. And this is going to get you in trouble at work, no less, within the next 2 months. So I need you to be a little bit alert. I also need you to be a little bit alert to paperwork because you're a huge procrastinator. But you've been through 3 tough years, and it's going to get better it's going to get much, much better starting in February for you.
No. Oh, wait a minute, Susanna. This is the worst economy in the history of the United States. You're telling this man that his financial life is going to get better in the worst quarter that people expect in the United States.
Yep.
All right. John,
I'm glad to hear that.
Go to South Dakota tonight and see if Psychic Susanna hasn't had too much to drink. She may remember that you were on the Jay Thomas Show. How much does it cost to get in there? How much does it cost to get in there?
To actually get a reading with me in a bar, it's only $5.
$5.
Wow.
Is there a cover charge?
What's the price of a drink there, just by coincidence?
Probably about $3.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Good Lord.
Probably.
The Waterfront Lounge in Yankton. Okay, John, thank you very much. Rick of Omaha, Nebraska. Remember now, where's she going to be? Nomads on, what night is that? That's going to be on
Sunday night.
Sunday night at Nomads. You know that place, Rick of Omaha?
Yes, I do.
If you've ever been in Nomads, you know you've been in Nomads.
Now, Rick, has anybody ever been knifed in Nomads? Is it one of those kind of places where you can get knifed?
No, it's a nice upscale bar.
It's a very upscale bar, Jay.
Nobody, no knife fights in there?
We would buy you a drink in Nomads, Jay.
Okay, all right. Go ahead, Rick.
Hey, thank you for taking my call, Suzanne. I am 41 years old.
How old are you?
41.
31. One of the things I want to tell you is you're a great starter. My God, you have ideas up the wazoo. Your follow-through is crap, and that's what's going to get you in trouble. So you got to work on that follow-through because you have money-making ideas. There is going to be a management change within the next 70 days. That'll be good for you. But within 5 years, you're going to create your own business.
Wait a minute. 5 years?
He's going to create his own business. And something he's learning now will lead him into it. Right now, though, what is your wife's name?
Meredith.
Is she pregnant?
No.
Does she want to be?
No.
Amazing. You have 3 children.
Yeah, I know. That's I've heard that before.
Do you have 3 children?
No, I have 2.
Okay, well, no more sex then. Just cut it out. Okay?
Now, Rodney, when you hear Susanna say insurance to me, and I'm in a big insurance thing, Rick doesn't want to have the 3rd child. The other guy said he does. How do you not believe in her power?
It's okay. You know what, Jay? I love people to question. Do you know why?
Why?
There's too many idiots who believe anything they hear.
Right. Okay.
Really?
Right.
So questioning's good.
No. What do you read for Rodney? Rodney is 39 years old.
Let me hear your voice, Rodney.
Hi, Suzanne. How are you?
Oh, I'm blessed. Honey.
Love you. Let's go have a cocktail.
Rodney?
Sir. Ma'am.
Yes. You're 39 years old?
Yeah.
Do you know you're nothing like your dad?
You got that right.
Oh,
Hold it a second.
Amazing.
She doesn't know anything about you, and I do. I happen to know about your dad and you.
Hey, Garrett, are you anything like your dad?
It's not Garrett, though. It's on top of mind,
It's
my
everybody.
friend.
All right.
It's
Hold
not
on.
everybody.
Wait, let me finish. Are you having...
She didn't say my dad. She said insurance.
Okay, first of all, let me just keep going on, honey.
Good Lord.
Rodney, are you
You're
having...
thinking about your dad right now, and she knows it.
Be quiet.
Rodney,
Let her
are you
finish.
having some issues with your back or your right leg?
Oh, my
Ooh, that was very close. It's my back and my left leg.
No kidding.
But if I was looking in the mirror, it would look like my right leg. Right? And I do look at myself in the mirror a lot. So amazing!
Are you taking some vitamins and minerals, honey?
I take vitamin V, if you know what,
Okay,
what I'm talking
but
about.
do you take minerals, too?
I drink mineral water, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, no. I need you, honey, I need you to take some calcium. I need you to take some vitamins and minerals. Get a good one and take it every day.
How about my career? Let's go to my career.
No,
That's
he
all I care about.
masturbates. Psychic Susanna.
I don't want to talk about masturbating. I
He
want to talk about my
masturbates so
career.
much
Well,
that
that
his
would be
calcium count is low.
I can imagine that. The other thing that he does a lot is, honey, he's full of it. He wakes up with a line of bullshit knee deep.
Well, you got to. I'm in the entertainment business.
Well,
Listen,
no.
Tell me about my career. Screw all this other stuff.
The problem is you believe your own bull.
Well,
That's the truth.
Yeah.
Hold it.
Now, Jay,
Hey, Garrett, are you now in
Damn it, Susanna! I
the
want
Psychic
to hear about
Susanna
my career.
arena right now?
I am not going to be quiet until I hear about my career, Susanna.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Jay
What?
is full of it too, but he knows when he's full of it. Jay is...
Because people remind him so often.
Well, actually, Jay's more of a con man. He knows what he needs to do to get what he needs done.
I'm not kidding
but
you. You
he's
know,
not lying. He's
and you're
not
right.
lying.
And Rodney is what they call, what is it? He has delusions of grandeur. He thinks he's
just
fabulous.
It's just, but the thing about Rodney is if he's your friend, you can trust him.
There you go.
But if you're not his friend, he'll walk on you in a minute.
Yeah, watch
That's
your back.
also true of dogs.
And,
also.
Watch your back.
But this happens in a twist of a moment.
Can
you
I
can
pl-
go from hot to cold.
Can I
and no,
please-
we don't answer questions on the
Please?
radio.
Can
She
I
doesn't
please
answer.
hear about my career? I'm
No.
not asking a question.
No.
Well, if you don't tell him it's going to go great,
What's
he
my
wouldn't believe
future?
you.
What's about my future career?
Well, actually, I have some police issues around you, to be honest. I don't want to go into that.
I think Sean Kelly looked that up recently, didn't he?
MediaPsychic.com. Lisa of New Orleans. Psychic Susanna is here. Lisa, go ahead. You're talking to Psychic Susanna.
How old are you, Lisa, honey?
Hey there, I am 44 years old.
44. Lisa, are you sitting down?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, first of all, there's two things I want you to know. You are not the mother of the world. You don't have to take care of everybody. And the problem is you spread yourself too thin. Someone from your past is coming forward with the exact same garbage. It's going to be in different bags. You're going to say, oh, let me help you. And you need to learn to say no to that. I'm also going to tell you you're going to raise a couple families.
Huh?
I'm also going, not my problem, baby.
Do you get that a lot?
I am also going to tell you I want you to check your tires. Bye.
There you go. Check your tires. Jake of Utah, psychic Susanna is here. Susanna, do you ever appear in the great Mormon state of Utah?
I have at times, yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, go ahead, Jake. How old are you?
Hello, Susanna. I'm 28 years old.
Hello, Jake. Are you aware how much someone loves you right now?
Yes, I am.
What is your wife's name, honey?
I'm not married, but I've got a very close girlfriend that I've thought about marrying. Her name is
Honey, how long have you been with her?
Well, off and on for a year, but steady for the last 2 months.
Okay. You know what? I think she needs to see you commit. Okay? She's not sure you're going to ever get off the pot and make a commitment. And I do believe this is a good relationship. Now, until she gets a ring on, you don't need to ride your pony at all. Okay?
What do you mean ride your pony? What does that mean?
That means no sex. You don't need a baby out of wedlock. He's a very steady...
Wait a minute. You mean in Utah you don't use condoms or birth control, Jake? Is that what I'm hearing?
You just use ponies, apparently.
Well, I think when some girls, God bless them, when they want to hook a man, will maybe not use birth control.
Do they actually hold you in as you're trying to pull out, Susan?
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
They do that.
Jake, has your girlfriend tried to hold you in? What's that?
I've actually not. I haven't had sex with her. I've
good.
been waiting for her.
Here's the thing, honey. Here's the thing. You are a good, decent man. Us women know that.
What is he doing listening to this show, then?
Well, because, you're pretty smart, and you have good people on. But I'm going to say, though, one thing you need to be aware of is that you know your wife.
She is.
A healthy commitment with the mother of your daughters this coming year.
All right.
So I feel very good about that. One other thing I want you to know, you have a tendency to be loyal to people who don't deserve it. I want you to trust your intuition. It's very good. Bye-bye.
There you go, Jake. Let's go to Joe Biden. Joe Biden of Washington, D.C. Joe, welcome to the show. How are you, Joe?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Good, thank you. Psychic Susanna, Joe Biden.
Good morning, Joe.
Well, it's 4:13 in the afternoon here.
Honey, it's the morning of your life wherever you are.
Don't heckle a comic, Joe.
Don't
be an idiot.
Toe to toe with me, Joe.
She
I know
works in bars, for Christ's sake.
All right. Okay.
Joe,
she just woke up, Joe. She just got out of bed about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, Joe, I'm going to tell you that there is going to be some international work, and you're not the Joe Biden we all know, but there's going to be some international work that you're going to be doing within 2 years at a place you've never even thought of. And it's going to come your way within 5 months. You're going to start hearing about it.
Now, Joe, is there any way that she could be correct that you may have a chance to do international work?
He wouldn't know about it yet.
Well, wait a minute. I mean, could it be... I've been banging these Asian hookers for the past 6 months.
At least. At least.
With that,
and I got to tell you, honey, if you did half the things you say you do, you'd be 6 feet under. You know? Honey, you wouldn't be breathing, baby.
Is he going to catch a disease from an Asian hooker, Suzanne?
That's a real good question.
The problem is he's all talk, no real action, honey. His 5 fingers get more action than anything.
Your 5 fingers, Joe, get more action than anything.
Joe, I am going to tell you, though, you've got a lot of common sense. You don't use it, but you will. and you're going to make some good money within 2 years.
Joe, anybody that works at the Shark Club in Omaha knows how to handle a rowdy crowd.
Okay? That's exactly
That's right. Thank you. Let's go to the great Midwest. Let's go to Dave of St. Louis. Yes, Dave, the Jay Thomas Show. Psychic Susanna is here. Go to MediaPsychic.com. Call us at 888-4-102-102. Yes, Dave, go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Jay. Hi, Susanna.
Hi. How old are you?
55.
All right. First of all, I am going to
I'm
tell
sorry,
you
54. I'm a year ahead.
Okay. First of all, I'm going to tell you that there is going to be someone who's going to ask to borrow some money. They're not going to pay you back. You're the kind of man who would give your shirt to anybody. So I want you to be aware of that. Someone's going to ask to borrow money, family related, no paybacks, and that's within 40 days. I'm also going to tell you that there will be a reunion by a place that looks like a barn. It's not a barn. There's going to be a reunion there with someone you haven't seen for years. The bull crap is going to be knee deep, don't believe a darn thing, and it is family related.
He is going to meet somebody in a barn?
A reunion in a barn-like atmosphere.
Before Dave goes, I must ask him something, though.
Sure.
Can I borrow $20? Amazing! Incredible!
Dave,
I'm not going to pay you back.
Dave, is there any way that you could, is there any member of a group of people or a family that you know that have a barn?
Well, you know, honey, he's the Midwest. There might be some barn.
There might be a barn. Is there a barn anywhere in your world, Dave?
Liquor barn. I live in the country and everything, but I'm not aware of no much of a barn.
Honey, you're just going to have a reunion in a barn atmosphere. Just be aware of that. By the way, Jay.
What is it? Thank you, Dave.
You're going to be around penguins.
What's that?
You're going to be somewhere around penguin decorations.
And Jay played a penguin on Cheers.
Right. Now, Psychic Susanna, how about if the United States called, and how old is the United States, Sean Kelly? How old? From 1776 to now?
Well, I love your Sean, by the way.
You love
231
we all love
years.
our Sean.
231 years. Suppose you got a call and said, "Hi, I'm the United States. I'm 231 years old. What would be your reading for what's going on in the United States, the future?"
I'm just going to say a whole bunch of new beginnings, a real positive atmosphere, a little bit of financially, we're in a lot better shape than the news would tell you.
Wait, we're in better shape than the news would tell us?
I'm thinking so, honey.
Wow. Really?
I'm thinking so.
I have not heard anybody say that.
I think she's onto something.
I happen to think so. I think we have the soundest, best government in the whole world. I'm sorry, I'm a U.S. behind the
you're right.
red
You're right.
button. The thing that I have a feeling, though, is that sometimes the media doesn't let us realize how good we are. The individual in this country has more kahunas than anybody. And I think that
cojones.
Cojones. So I'm just going to say
kahunas
that
are
we're
actually
always going to survive
Hawaiian
in
people.
this country.
Okay.
Always
So you're saying that the American himself or herself is so strong that things are better because we're going to figure this thing out.
And we're going to come another way. Now, if you're asking about world things, there will be a nuclear accident in another country.
Good.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
That's right. That'll teach him. I hope it doesn't happen to those people at Toyota.
Yeah, that'll be no accident, by the way.
Yeah, that's it. John of New Jersey, the Jay Thomas Show. Psychic Susanna is here. John, before we talk to you, John of New Jersey, as you listen to other people's, readings, do you find it interesting? Because I always wonder, as people are driving around, how do you feel when you're hearing someone else's reading from Psychic Susanna, John?
It's weird because sometimes I say to myself, is this really true or not? So I get a little cautious, but I mean, it is kind of neat.
You enjoy, but you enjoy listening to the other people listening to the reading. What's amazing is when Psychic Susanna comes on, the phones, blow off the hook. I mean, it's true. And I often wonder, that person is being talked to. It has nothing to do with us, and I'm the same way. I just wonder, what is it that we're so intrigued by?
I got to tell you, Jay.
What is it?
A little story. I'm walking in a mall in one of my towns that I appear in, and a woman comes
Well, let me pick a town here. Would it be, hold it a second,
Des
would
Moines,
it be in Fort Randall, South Dakota?
No. But anyway, a woman came up to me and said, "You're Psychic Susanna, aren't you?" And I said, "Yes." And she says, "Well, the other day you were talking to a Linda, but I know what you were saying to her was really meant for me." So it's sort of like we all relate to everybody else.
So some nut came up to you in the mall, thinking that...
Well, actually, she had a lot of shopping bags, so she might have been a nut.
She might have been a nut, all right.
Or she may be boosting the economy.
Right. John of New Jersey, how old are you?
32.
Hello, John. John, first
Hi,
of all...
how are you?
I am blessed, John. John, one of the things I want to tell you is, do you know you're a bit of a daydreamer?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to tell you this. I'm not real happy with your driving lately. You don't drive a white pickup, do you?
No.
Neither's the guy you ran over yesterday.
Wait a minute.
Do you
You're
drive
seeing John in a white pickup? Now,
No.
Now, how do you feel when he says no, Suzanne? Does that make you feel like you're off?
No, wait a minute, John.
Red,
You
I
don't-
meant.
Now, guys, settle down.
Black,
You
I meant.
don't have a white pickup, correct?
Great.
Okay. I need you to be a little bit cautious about
Would you
your
believe?
driving around a white pickup. I also need you to focus more on your driving because you're a daydreamer and you don't pay attention to your driving. But there's going to be an incident around a white pickup that is going to cause you problem if you're not aware of it.
John, if you run into a white pickup...
No, Jay, when a psychic sees it, he can change it.
All right, hold on. I want him to get.
So it might
I don't
not
want him to
happen.
change it.
So
if
could or
you
could
get
not
hit,
happen.
if you get hit by a white pickup, or you hit a white pickup, I want you to call here immediately. All right.
You know what? If you see a white pickup, run into it, and then.
And if you were killed by a white pickup, I want you to come to me in the afterlife so I can shove it up Rodney Lee Conover's ass.
And I
to
hope
be-
it's a Toyota.
That's
Handsome,
right.
I just want you to be a little bit more focused
Be careful.
on your driving.
All
Otherwise, it's going to cost you money within 3 months.
That's
We'll be back
Okay.
with the great.
Also, one other
Yes.
thing. Fireplace. Do you have a fireplace?
No.
Okay. I have some
meant forced
burning
heater.
wood.
Hey, do you have one of those Amish heaters that the dog can touch?
mantle
He's
with the
got
Amish
to be
mantle.
aware of some burning wood. That's all I want to say. All
And
right?
listen, if the wood is burning in the cab of a white Toyota, be very careful. Okay.
Just avoid the whole darn thing.
All right. Hey, listen, it is the Jay Thomas Show. It's Sirius 108 XM 139.
The Jay Thomas Show. Jay Thomas. Stars 2. The curious. The extreme. The fascinating. Jay Thomas is on the new Stars 2. Sirius 108 and XM 139. On Stars 2, the new morning show is Me and Vinny with Vinny Politan.
Coming up Friday on Me and Vinny, we celebrate a dark, dark day in our history. It's the 75th anniversary of the repeal of prohibition. We'll talk about it. Also, Andrew Goldberg from TheSmokingGun.com has all the latest on the Plaxico Burris case. Me and Vinny, Friday.
Me and Vinny, where the me is you. Me and Vinny. Weekday mornings at 6 a.m. East. It's the new morning show on Stars 2, Sirius 108 and XM 139.
I was driving my rig down the interstate, had an on-time bonus, couldn't afford to be late. So to save on fuel, save time and cash, I fly by the scale house, move on past with Pre-Pass. Pre-Pass. It's a bypass system, first of its kind. Checks my weight and my doc's driving 65. Then a green light flashes up on my dash, and while the other rigs stop, I just move on past with Pre-Pass. Pre-Pass. With your good driving record, Pre-Pass can save you time and money on every haul. Highway sensors check your weight and certifications as you drive highway speed. If everything checks, a green light on your dash says, drive on by. Try Pre-Pass free. We guarantee you'll want it along on every haul. Visit prepass.com or call 888-599-PASS. to try Prepass free. That's prepass.com or 888-599-PASS. 888-599-PASS.
Let's talk about sex. Not getting any, or do you just want more? Introducing Viaprint strips, the next generation sexual performance product designed to take your libido to the next level. Millions of people suffer from stress and anxiety, which hinders desire for intimacy. Viaprint strips will not only revive your sex life, it will give you the control you need to be the champion she needs. Easy to use Viaprint strips go to work instantly, so you decide when the time is right. Simply slip a strip under your tongue, and within minutes, you'll start to feel the Viaprint experience. Spine-tingling, toe-curling euphoria that will keep her coming back for more. And if you share it, it's twice the fun. Because they know that once you feel the Viaprint experience, you'll be calling back for more. They're giving away free packs of Viaprint strips just for calling today. So hurry while supplies last.
Call now to find out how to receive your free pack of Viaprint. 1-800-337-5186. Again, that's 1-800-337-5186. Better sex is just a discreet phone call away. 1-800-337-5186. 1-800-337-5186. Call now.
Jay Thomas. New for afternoons. New to 108 and new to XM. Jay Thomas. Stars 2. Jay Thomas. Sirius 108 and XM 139.
Hey, before the Jay Thomas Show is over today, you will find out, we'll talk to a guy that's made over $100,000 as a medical research guinea pig. He actually makes this kind of money doing this thing, and you can find out how much each part of your body is worth. You know?
Really?
For this bad economy. Yeah, this bad economy. Also, you know, in places like India, they grab people. When they wake up, their kidney is gone. You know that?
Why do you bring up all this weird bullshit that nobody believes?
It's the truth.
No, it's not.
They steal a kidney. Yes, they do. They do it in South America, too. Absolutely, they do. They do it. Go to MediaPsychic.com. Psychic Susanna is here. Not everyone is a home run. Not every single reading is a home run.
No.
Now, Susanna, what do you think your percentage of correctness as opposed to your percentage of misses is? What do you think?
I would say probably on with as much interference as I get from the mouths around, probably 85% on your show.
So you would say that Rodney interrupting you causes a 15% negativity.
No, he's not negative. He's just the mouth. Yeah. God bless him. He's a mouth, and he thinks his mouth is how he's going to make money. So that's
and have been for 18 years.
Hey, by the way, Rodney, you know something,
nailed
man.
Me. Damn it!
You're like, you know those big heads. You know those big heads, Garrett, how flat they are? That's how flat Rodney is right now. You know the fat heads?
No.
Fat
I
head.
like
Fat
Rodney.
Head.
I could put a beer on my head,
Everybody
Susanna.
needs a Rodney in their life, honey.
All right.
You need a Rodney.
Psychic Susanna, I see a cocktail. When you're drinking, like tonight, when you're there in is it Yankton, South Dakota at the Waterfront Lounge, what cocktail do you like to have?
Well, actually, I just sort of like half cranberry juice and half water.
No, that's not a cocktail. That's a laxative. That's actually
I don't drink when I work, honey.
No. When you're not, when it's all over, you're exhausted. You've helped people. What do you put your hands around? Cold and delicious.
If I really it's a toss up between Sex on the Beach and the other one.
Between Sex on the Beach and the other one?
Long Island iced tea?
Isn't that Sex in a Dark Place? That's the other one I know.
Sex in the Median?
I'm too young to know. I don't know.
Pina Colada.
Yeah.
Kay of Virginia, the Jay Thomas Show. Yes, Kay, how are you?
Fine. Good morning, Kay. How old are you, honey?
I am 60.
Okay. How about, Kay, if I tell you this is going to be a good, healthy year for you? I'm going to say there's going to be...
Could be your last year, Kay.
No. Kay's going to be in her 90s.
Centrex Silver?
Kay, you're going to be losing weight. You're going to be sizes smaller. You're also going to have health improvements. Plan on that. I also want you to know that you have company from the West that is going to be on your doorstep within 30 days.
Hold on. Kay, do you know anybody? Now, the west of you
She's
could
in
be
Virginia.
Could be North Carolina.
Could be Iowa.
Now, wait a minute now. Psychic Susanna.
Yeah.
She lives in Virginia.
West of, it's North Carolina's west of Virginia. So
well, I have no clue. I'm just telling you what I get. You deal with what it is. But
do you know anybody west of Virginia? Okay.
Do you know anyone east of you at all?
Here's the interesting part, though. Someone who's coming from the west is staying too long, and they've got smelly feet. They're taking off their shoes.
Okay.
And that's
Hey, do you know anybody from Alabama that could be coming to your place?
This is going to be within 30 days, honey.
All right.
Now, wait, Kay.
Let's see if Kay has got that going.
Kay, do you know anybody who will come from a state west of Virginia who might come to your home, stay too long with smelly feet?
No.
She'll find out. She'll find out.
Or not.
I do the.
Call me, Kay, for God's sakes. If you're sitting around and you have this stench in your home from the west, would you please?
I will.
All right.
Right now, Kay,
All right.
though,
Thank you very much.
There's a problem with the window, Kay.
All right.
I need you to check your window.
Enough. You know what? You know what you're doing?
Don't dig a bigger hole.
Come
You know what,
on,
though, I
Psych.
like about Susanna?
She keeps going.
Is she...
Well, honey,
she
I
is...
see in the
Hold on a
future.
second. Hold on a second.
She may not see it.
She is specific. She doesn't give these ambiguous bullshit like all the rest of the losers. She is the real deal. She gives specific examples.
Now, can I
We
tell
can
you
see
something that just happened?
Go.
Yes.
You had
Before I
smelly
left the
feet?
house, I went into my kids' rooms, and a couple of their crank windows were broken. I think you're telling me that the windows are broken.
No, she has a problem with the window.
Okay.
But you do too, now that you brought it up.
And
You
so
know,
does
I
every
remind you,
homeowner.
No, it doesn't. Paul of Montana, you may be the final straw
Nail.
that broke the psychic's back. Paul of Montana, how old are you, Paul?
51.
51. Go ahead.
All right, Paul. First of all, I'm going to tell you that there is going to be a bill in the mail you don't owe. Now, you can say you heard on Jay's show, you don't have to pay it. And this is going to be within 30 days. I'm also going to say that there is going to be someone you don't like that you're going to meet in somebody's house, family house. They're going to start saying something that is completely bogus. It's going to get you upset. You're going to want to walk out. Don't walk away because there will be understanding with the past in this event. So stay in the room and listen. Ignore the rest of it. I'm also going to tell you that there is going to be for you words of love from a female in the family who you thought didn't like you within 30 days.
And what else?
So that's enough.
Anything else?
Yes.
Come on,
Paul, how are the windows in your house?
The windows actually are fine, but I do have a white pickup and I do have a fireplace. And
Do your feet stink?
No, feet don't stink. No.
All right. Well, then don't go to Virginia.
Yeah, don't go where the other driver was. Where was that other driver? By the
I
way?
don't know. It's all
Jay,
slipped my mind.
Jay,
It's all
Jay,
much together.
I've got stinky feet. I've got a busted window in the back of my white pickup, and I'm going to Virginia.
Waterfront Lounge, Yankton, South Dakota. Don't forget the B&B Roundup Lounge in Ottawa, Iowa, and Nomads in Omaha. That's just a couple of places she's going to be. Go to MediaPsychic.com. Psychic Susanna, thank you very much.
Yeah, it is always
exciting.
an honor and a pleasure, baby.
Wonderful. Thank you for being with
Live
us.
long and prosper.
We will. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Psychic Susanna. Isn't that from
She
Star
said
Trek?
live long and prosper, which is from Star Trek, and you've been at Shatner's house recently.
I sure have. I go there all the time now. The great Psychic Susanna.
Amazing.
Now, do you think that any of these... What about the guy that reads the dead people on TV? What about him?
Well, there was an episode of Bullshit, which is Penn and Teller's Showtime show, an entire hour devoted to what an incredible con man this guy is, and what a crock of shit the entire show is, and what a horrible sham that this guy's been perpetuating.
Well, how
for
does he
years.
do it? Because
He does it through his publicist. His publicist finds the people. They ask him all kinds of questions. They find out all the information.
John Edwards, is that his name?
Yeah, and then they're put in the audience, and then John Edwards amazingly, tells them the story and talks to the dead. He's got all the information beforehand. It's total bullshit. And
now-
you know that when you go on that show, you have to be screened and you have to sign all kinds of waivers that you won't say a word about anything you heard, that you saw, and it's a whole big scam. God, anybody who believes that anybody can talk to the dead is a certified fucking idiot.
No, Who is that?
Anyone.
Who's that?
It's me.
Who's clapping? You're clapping?
The fact that people believe that shit is so ridiculous, and that he can make a living off of it. He should be sued. He should be in jail for doing it.
It's criminal.
Yeah,
I mean,
jail.
it is
What do you
criminal.
mean?
He's giving people false hope.
He's making them feel better.
No,
That's
he's
right.
not. He's just making it worse.
Exactly.
What about evangelists
Same
who
thing.
make millions of dollars and 50,000 people go to
Do they
these
talk to
churches?
the dead?
Sure they do. They heal people.
And do you believe it?
Oh, no, I don't believe it.
Ah, but you believe Joe Asshole on television that speaks to the dead.
Well, when the person cries and all that and says, "Oh, that's
Well, of course, they just
that's
lost a
Bobby
loved
who
one.
died in a car wreck."
They just
I
lost a
watch it
loved
and I go,
one.
"How does he?" Okay, wait a minute.
I just
know
told you how he
everything
does
in the
it.
world about you.
I just told you how he did
But
it.
there's not a word I can say. I know you like a brother, and there's
You
not
don't know. You know so very little about me. It's embarrassing. What's my middle name?
Lee.
No, it isn't. It's Hussein.
You idiot. Idiot. Steve of Texas, you just heard Psychic Susanna. Now, she, at the end of the thing, she always falls apart. It happens. But the first 3 or 4, she's really good. Like the insurance thing. That was pretty amazing, wasn't it?
She had a pretty willing accomplice there, though.
No,
I was on hold, and I work for an insurance company.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. You know what, Steve? Steve.
Have you ever insured anyone with a white?
No, but wait a minute. Hold it. If I said to you right now, watch
Your
this.
feet smell?
No, watch this. If I said, let's say you were at your house and your wife was cooking breakfast or you were cooking and something happened while you were cooking. That just happened this morning. You come on the show and I'm the psychic, and instead of saying insurance or car or whatever, I go like this. Steve, there's something happening in your kitchen with cooking. That doesn't make you think that I or this person got a signal from the thing that was on the top of your head.
Oh, no. I think she's off. Trust me.
Insurance? I would have nothing to do with insurance on a normal day.
No, see, my brother died a year ago, and my best friend got murdered about 6 months ago.
Oh, you want me to talk to him?
No, yeah,
seriously. Oh, yeah.
I need to ask where he died all the money.
Was your brother a man?
Boy, I'll tell you.
Did he wear a hat? Did he have stinky feet and have a window that stuck?
Oh, my God.
Now,
who shot your friend? Now, your brother died of natural causes.
No, my brother committed suicide.
He killed himself. Who shot your friend?
Well, he was on a motorcycle, and I think a girl that he was dating, her husband, ran him over.
Wow.
That's terrible. I don't want to talk to him anymore.
So it's hard to feel sorry for him, isn't it?
Oh, well, no. It's a bunch of stuff.
No, but if you're screwing somebody else's wife, you get caught, what's that? Oh, they were divorced?
They were divorced. He was just, the ex-husband couldn't let go is what it was.
The power of
allegedly, I think he did it, so that's allegedly.
But I will tell you, Steve, and
was he well
I've been married. Wait a minute. I've been married and I've broken up with women and all that. When you realize that they're screwing somebody else, it is bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know.
It stinks. Yeah.
It's like your feet.
But
I went to deliver an alimony check to my ex-wife, Sharon, years ago, who was gorgeous with the long red hair and all. I was sorry that I divorced her. So I fly back to North Carolina, and I go over there to deliver the check instead of mailing it. And when I walk in, she's got this young Swedish airline pilot. Shut up, Steve. Why are you laughing at me, man? This hurt me. Why are you laughing?
Oh, pussy making these strange things.
Yeah, right.
He was so and I guess she'd met him the night before because he still had his uniform and all, and they slept together. He was like putting his hat on and the tie was undone, and I arrived early. Now, did she let him stay long enough? Well, man, it was rotten. And then I hand her the check. He leaves. Oh my God. It was the worst. It's like, it sucked, Then she went in and she took a shower, and shut up, Steve.
Did she throw up on you?
No, I went in there and got in the shower with her to try and rekindle our relationship.
How'd that work out?
Bad.
Get the fuck out.
She said she was going to call the cops, and she got a restraining order against me. And I said, I didn't try and hurt you. I tried to get in. I tried to get you back. And she said, what, get naked and get in the shower with me?
That's funny.
Shut up, Steve. You're an
That's not a
idiot.
good idea.
I'm glad all your family's dead, okay? I hope 2 other relatives shoot each other on Christmas Eve.
While running each other over.
In a
With a
white
pickup truck.
with a fire in the back of it.
I hope somebody slams your head in a window.
Yeah. Shut up, Steve. It's not funny. You know, everything I say isn't meant as a joke. Sometimes,
Hey, wait a minute. Jay.
What?
I'm getting a message from his dead friend.
What?
Hold on here. Your dead friend says, "Shut up, Steve."
There you go. All right, let's move away. Thank you. Adam of Utah, the Jay Thomas Show. Yes, Adam, how are you? You know, Adam, everything I say isn't meant as a joke. I say some things that are pretty close to the heart, and I mean it. And I just want you to know that in case you open a door and I go through it, I don't need to be laughed at. What the hell are you laughing at? I'm just
immediately
explaining.
laughs. He immediately laughed.
Yeah, well,
you get no respect on this.
Go ahead, Adam.
Well, you're one of those guys that's tough to tell if it's mostly 90% bullshit or 90% the truth.
Do you not believe there was a Swedish airline pilot in my ex-wife Sharon's home when I delivered an alimony check?
My God, the lives, yeah.
At least,
I do believe it.
At least Bill Murray wasn't in the closet.
No, Bill Murray
That's
wasn't in
no
the
shit.
closet. Yeah, no, that isn't bullshit. I swear on my children's heads, he was in the closet, had just done my girlfriend. He was in the closet in New York City, and I was in there wondering why she didn't want to be with me and stuff, get in a big fight, get thrown out of the apartment, and then years later, he told that story to Annie Potts. Okay?
And sure, Bill wasn't hiding in the closet just to catch a peek at you. Might have one of those weird fetishes.
That could have been.
No, I don't think so.
Nut Busters. Who are you going to call?
Go ahead, Adam. What can we do for you?
Yeah, you guys got rid of the psychic chick so fast. I wanted to ask her a few questions. But
Well, you know what? I can
Rodney's
fill in.
here.
Yeah.
Rodney Lee Conover's here.
Go ahead, sir. How old are
The
you?
amazing Rodney.
How old are you?
I am 30 years old.
Liar. Next.
I am 20. I'll just get younger.
Okay, go ahead. What would you like to know?
Now, wait a minute. Would you relax your... One second, Adam. Would you relax your mind and see if you can somehow hook up with this guy and just see if you say any word that means anything to him?
What, his name
and
is
I mean,
Brian?
hold it. Adam, clear your head. Adam, clear your head.
Okay.
Rodney, clear your head.
I'm clearing.
And I mean it. Try this.
I am. Adam, are you really... Tell me your real age, and I'm going to do this.
Yes.
What's your real age, Adam?
30.
Adam?
30 years old.
Are you a guy that had trouble connecting with your father?
Yes.
And was your father a man?
You know what? You started to do it, and you are so... It's sad. You could help people, but you don't want to, do you? You have the ability to help people, and you don't want to do it.
Have you ever seen a man wearing a hat?
You know what's sad?
Have you ever fucked a hockey player's ex-girlfriend?
Oh, I love those sloppy seconds.
All right. Okay, there you go.
Oh, I'm having a good time today.
You know what's sad? Is that you did it, and this guy, Adam, you touched something inside of him. I could feel it.
Jay.
About
There's
his dad.
not a man on earth that didn't have trouble connecting with his dad.
I didn't.
Get over...
I didn't.
You never connected with your dad.
I did. I loved my dad. We connected.
No.
He couldn't stand me. He couldn't stand me, but we connected.
The only time you connected was when he connected with your head with a left
I
hook.
will admit he didn't understand me, but we
there
connected.
you go.
No, he loved me. I loved him, and he
I'm
would
not
say
talking
to
about
me,
love. I'm talking
"I don't
about
know where
connecting."
you came from." He would say stuff like
it's
that.
It's hard to connect.
Now, did you guys see the way... now, hopefully you're not connecting the way Tom Arnold did. Did you guys see him on Extra last night?
No, what happened?
Oh, he was going on this big spiel of how he... I think it was his father or one of his father's friends, how he sexually molested from a little boy until 7 years old. And he went
I didn't
into
need to hear
details.
that. I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Tom Arnold was molested until he was 7 years old.
Well,
by
that guy
his...
must
Then
have
he
been hard up.
and then he decided to fight back. He got a gun.
And which was worse, that or sleeping with Roseanne?
Oh God!
Does he?
No,
He got a gun at 7. He got a gun at 7.
That's what he said. He found a gun and he fought away his attacker. Is the way they put
Now,
it.
you know what? Tom must have a movie coming out if he's using this form.
I was going to say, or
if he's using this form of
we got to get him
promotion.
on now, huh?
I'll tell you what. If somebody had been boning my young ass, I wouldn't tell anybody ever. And I don't understand. Because there's no way out of that one. Now, people feel sorry for you, but if you've been abused by a man, I don't tell anybody anything. I get over it. I put a lot of, polysporin back there or whatever you need to soothe it.
Polysporin?
Yeah, what is it?
Is that the choice of anal abuse people?
Hat or KY?
I thought it was
no, not
butt
KY
cream or whatever.
No, or Boudreaux's butt cream.
Boudreaux's
I
butt
do
cream,
something
right.
to make it feel better.
Exactly.
But I don't tell anybody. Adam, who's that? Is that Adam? Yeah. Adam, if you'd have been abused, would you tell anybody?
Not at all.
No.
Of course not.
Even if I had a big hit coming out and I needed to promote it, I would find other ways. I would get with Roseanne again.
Yeah, he doesn't. And the other thing
imagine rolling that around trying to find the wet spot.
Also, Tom Arnold, I don't even think Tom Arnold was
doing business.
He's not even cute. It's like, wouldn't you think it would be like a Haley Joel Osment that I think would have been abused as a child. He's kind of girly looking.
We're getting into an area here, Jay, where I have the overwhelming urge to say moving on. When you start talking about the appropriateness and the type of young boy you thought you may go after, I think I speak for Adam and the entire listening audience when I say move the fuck on.
Even the XM listeners?
Oh, no, they can stay.
They can stay. Thank you very much, Adam.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. He opened the door. I went through it.
Yeah. Just like that.
Richard. What?
Just like that when you were at the Cub Scouts and you guys rubbed each other.
Richard of Alabama. He's big, he's black, he's slap. What a show, huh, Richard, we've had today. How do you feel about
me?
How do you feel about the show? Yeah.
It's pretty good. Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Yeah.
Hey, Rodney, thank you very much, man, because I was beginning to tremble inside the cab of my truck. Because, Jay was making me very nervous and shit. I didn't want to go down that dark alley my damn self.
I know, man. I know how you feel.
All right.
Yeah,
but was I wrong? Am I wrong that if you'd have had some dark thing happen to you, you don't need to tell everybody, do you?
Of course not. Be a man. Walk it off. Shake it off. You'll be all right.
Walk it off. That's right. Walk it off.
That's right. Damn right, man.
Richard, what can we do for you? Walk it off. I like that. Walk it off.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'm down here in your home state, and I just met a girl inside a Waffle House restaurant. And she just moved here from Oklahoma. And we started talking and kicking it and shit, and she let me know in no uncertain terms that she was available to me, once she started working late night shift next week.
Now, how did she let you know that she was available?
She says, "Hey, my name is Crystal. I just moved here from Oklahoma City, and do you come to here often?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, I do. I ride exactly." I said, "I go to California to Florida all the time. I'm through here every week." And she goes, "Really? Well, are you planning to stop by?"
Wow. I'm going to nickname her the Turnpike.
See, I thought it was just me, Rodney. See, I thought it was just me. I myself think I'm kind of cute, but that's just me, though, right?
You're
I
not cute. I've met you in person. You're not cute. You know what? You look like the guy that was trampled at the Walmart.
Oh, well, hey, but at least I get laid a lot, and that's the good thing.
You're like 6'5", 270. If I was a woman, I'd be scared you'd crush me.
You know what? It's like they say. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you got. The only thing that matters is what you get to put it in.
Was she white or black?
I really like to say I don't remember. But she wasn't black and she wasn't Mexican, and she had a fat ass on her, both a small waist, which is really what attracted me to her. That's how
booty.
Now here's the deal. What town is she in Louisiana?
Okay, I will say Robert. How about that? Yeah, Robert.
All right. How close is it to Abita Springs, where I have my studio?
Oh, shit, it's about 7 exits.
7 exits? Okay.
Yeah, 7 exits. Mm-hmm.
We'll go out. You know what? We'll go out together with her one night.
I don't do that kind of freaky shit no more.
No, not freaky. You'll be
get
out.
her to throw up on Jay. It's great.
Shut up.
Oh, okay.
Shut up.
Say by the half.
One night, Richard, I've told this before, I go out to get some beer and some snacks. And when I come back, Rodney's having his way with this woman. He gets up, he leaves, and she vomits on me, okay? So if you think you have a bad experience, yeah. All right, Richard, I'll see you in Louisiana.
You know what just occurred to me, Jay?
What?
She vomited my seed upon you.
It's the Jay Thomas Show. Sirius 108. Guys at XM Radio. Cool, man. XM 139.
The Jay Thomas Show.
Garrett was late hitting the button.
Non-stop idiot action. It's the new afternoon show on Stars 2. Jay Thomas on Sirius 108 and XM 139. Stars 2. The new Stars 2. Sirius 108, XM 139. Infinity, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. East. 3 to 6 West. Maxim Radio with Covino and Rich. Maxim Radio. Noon to 3 p.m. East. 9 a.m. to noon West. The Jay Thomas Show. 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. East. Noon to 3 West. All shows replayed throughout the day. New Stars 2. The new Stars 2. Sirius 108 and XM 139.
Who's got time to do holiday shopping these days? Waiting on the long lines, going from store to store in search of the perfect gift? Let us help you check off one more box on your to-do list this holiday season. With over 130 channels of music, talk, news, sports, and comedy, Sirius and XM have something for everyone. And with great subscriber discounts, you can get a radio like the versatile Stratus or Express EZ for as little as $19.99. Plus, additional subscriptions start at only $6.99 per month. It's like giving over 130 gifts for one small price.
Get your holiday shopping out of the way now by calling 866-9-SIRI-XM or visit Sirius.com/new radio and XMradio.com/new radio. So you gotta ask yourself, what's your time worth? Forget the long lines, going from store to store, and get the perfect gift for everyone on your list. Everything worth listening to is now on Sirius and XM.
Team drivers, make a change for the better. Would you like to average 2,000 miles per dispatch, run primarily coast to coast, have great benefits, and work for a stable carrier? Be a part of the best trucking company on the road. That means you too, Solos. They can help you get paired with the perfect co-driver, employing the best team drivers in the world. That's how they built a legacy. Honored, trusted. Call Landspan at 877-LS-TEAMS. 877-LS-TEAMS or visit landspan.com.
You guys ready for the game? Yeah! I can't hear you! All right. Well, management told me they weren't paying me for pep talks, so I'm going to stop now.
You know that place between saving money and sacrificing quality?
We are so there.
What's the point of saving money if you get lousy results? Especially when it comes to car insurance. State Farm can give you the right amount of coverage, plus with discounts up to 40%. You'll like how much you can save. Call, click, or visit and start saving today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Discounts may vary 5 to 40% state to state. Yeah!
Society's oddities played like a fiddle. The Jay Thomas Show, the new afternoon show on Stars 2, Sirius 108 and XM 139.
That are just starting to enjoy the Jay Thomas Show at Sirius 108 XM 139. This show is about you, and it's for you. And many people, many talented people are out there going, my music? Well, you send us your music, you MP3 it to jthomas.com, or you send the CD, care of Sean Kelly, to Sirius XM 1221 Avenue of the Americas, New York, 100, 21 or 17, Sean?
10020.
1002. This is by Montana Bob and Garrett Andritz. What's this called?
This is good.
Yeah, what's this called?
Track 1.
Track 1. This is keep it up. Keep Montana Bob on.
Wow.
Nice.
You can play.
Oh, you know what I want to hear before we go away today? I want to hear the Suicide Bomber song by Richard Hughes. I got his phone number here. Man, let's go to Montana Bob. Montana Bob, is that you on the guitar? Is that you?
Yes, it is. I played the slide guitar and one of the lead guitars, and my friend Tom played the drums, the other lead guitar, and then I did the organ and the bass.
Turn this up.
What kind of organ is that, Bob?
It's I think I was using a Roland.
Oh, Roland.
Turn that up.
Of course, they can sound like anything.
But I used a Hammond B3 sound on a Roland.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the Hammond setting on the Roland, right?
Yeah.
Bob, that is fantastic. That is really great. Do you guys play around or just do it for fun?
Well, I play in a 7-piece band, but this is something off of a solo project I'm doing. It's a song called Mudslide. I've been playing slide guitar for about 25 years, and I wanted to do a song where the slide guitar was the rhythm, so that's how that could be.
What is it like knowing that you play at least as well as a lot of people that are famous? You know what I mean? It's like maybe as an actor you wouldn't see that, or as a comedian you may not know that, but as a musician, I can hear that if you were some famous guy, you would be having you on as Montana Bob, the famous guitar player. Does it drive you crazy, like Rodney said?
No, it doesn't really bother me. I chose my own path. I mean, it'd be nice to have some notoriety and possibly some income from it, but the reality is I do it because I like it.
Jay, you and I need to be more like this.
We're not like that.
I know, not at all.
It's a big problem. I have. Yeah, it is a huge problem.
It's a problem.
I was in the restaurant business. Yeah, I was in the restaurant business for 25 years.
Right.
27 years, actually. And
we've been going to restaurants for 25 years.
Yeah, I had a cooking show. I had a cooking show on TV for 23 years, and so I mean, I had my share of, local notoriety.
Where was your cooking show?
Are there a lot of cooking groupies, Bob, from Montana?
Did anybody ever say, "I saw you souffling tonight, and I want to have you"?
And I got to have it.
I've had people say they wanted some Italian sausage, but that's a whole other story.
See,
what channel were you on?
On the nose, Bob.
What channel were you on, Bob? Montana Bob?
I was on CBS, the local CBS affiliate in western Montana, from Idaho to southern Canada, all through western Montana.
And for our friends up in that part of the country, what was the name of the show?
Culinary Treats was the first one, and then we did a cooking segment, Cooking with Bob, and just different things. I wanted to call it Quit Your Bitching and Get in the Kitchen, but they wouldn't go for that.
Nah,
I wanted to call it.
They're uptight.
I wanted to call it Fry Me a River, and they wouldn't do that.
Fry Me a River.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, now you lived in Canada. Do you remember Cooking with Bob? Did it ever get into your area where you were?
No, I don't believe so, but it's something I would have watched.
Sure.
I'm sure you would.
Hello, Sean. You would have watched a cooking show, a local
especially
Montana.
if he played that music. I'd rather watch him play the music.
Wow.
Well,
man.
The show's not over, is it?
No.
Hey, Jay, quick question for you.
Yeah, you know what, Rodney? It is over. We'll see you later, man.
I was going to say.
Bye, Rod.
I had one leg out the door.
Hurry up, Bob. We only have another 30 seconds. Go ahead. Quick.
Okay, quick question. So you wouldn't tell anybody if what happened to Tom Arnold happened to you?
No, I would not.
Let's go camp.
Let's go camp. All right.
Bye, boys.
All right.
See you, Bob.
It's the Jay Thomas Show. Rodney Lee Conover, my good pal, is here. Garrett Andritz is the technical, musical conductor of this thing. Sean Kelly is the executive producer, the man that screens the calls and apparently lets anybody through. Art Sears and Andrea Bushy bring on the guest. Sirius 108.
On Sirius and XM, the holidays are here with music and specials to bring you good cheer. The hits are on Holly, the new and the old. On Holiday Pops, it's the classics all told. Bing Crosby soon here, a whole channel delights. We'll celebrate Hanukkah, the festival of lights. For young and for old, there's a song or a show on Sirius and XM, your holiday home.
For the whole Holiday Channel guide, go to Sirius.com or XMRadio.com.
Millions of people who have never even set foot in a casino take a gamble every day, living without health insurance. You can't afford not to have it. But quality insurance can be hard to find, especially if you're a hard-working entrepreneur, or if you're working for a company that doesn't offer benefits. Midwest National Life Insurance Company of Tennessee has a solution with their dependable, flexible health insurance plans. They may have a plan that fits your individual needs at a price you can afford. Don't gamble with your health insurance. Call Midwest right now for your health insurance quote.
Call 888-549-2422, 888-549-2422, 888-549-2422. Market and plans vary by state, not licensed in Maine, New Hampshire, New York, and Vermont. Exclusions and limitations apply. North Richland Hills, Texas. Policy series on file. Association group plans where available require association membership.
Most weekends, going to the mall could help you change your wardrobe or home for the better. But this weekend, it could change your whole life. Because this weekend, you can experience a major breakthrough in sleep technology. The Sleep Number bed, an innovative revolution in comfort that can offer no less than a wonderful night's sleep for an individual or a couple, simply because you control your total comfort. Everyone can discover their Sleep Number at a select comfort store. It's fast, fun, and free. Visit us this weekend to discover your Sleep Number on our newest, most advanced sleep systems with temperature control materials. What can happen when you find that number? Well, among other things, a better night's sleep. Sleep Number by Select Comfort. It's the bed that counts. Call 1-800-656-3700 for your free information kit with DVD, brochure, model guide, and price list. Call now and you'll also receive a special $50 thank you gift card just for inquiring. That's 1-800-656-3700. Call now.
Jay Thomas Show. Every day something new, something bizarre. For you, for now. The new afternoon show stars 2, Sirius 108 and XM 139.
Well, if you see me coming, you better step aside. 'Cause when I take over, there won't be no place to hide. You'll never know what hits you, it'll happen just that fast. Yeah. I got dynamite tied to every body part and grenade shoved up my ass. I'm a suicide bomber and I'm on heaven's road. I got virgins waiting for me just as soon as I explode. I'm a suicide bomber, and before I'm through, a little bit of me might just rub off on you.
This is listener Richard Hughes from Los Angeles, who sent a suicide bomber, Rodney
Well, you
Licano.
may think I'm crazy, but you don't understand.
Yeah.
I'll do anything I can to save my holy land. So all praise be to Allah, I'm quite prepared to die. I'll bow my head in prayer and when I'm down there, I'll just kiss my ass goodbye. I'm a suicide bomber and I'm on heaven's road. I got virgins waiting for me just as soon as I explode. I'm a suicide bomber, and before I'm through, a little bit of me might just rub off on you.
All right, thank you very much, Richard. Yeah, there we go. Richard Hughes, Suicide Bomber. That came in MP3 to the Jay Thomas Show, and that's how you do it. Rodney Lee Conover is here. I'm the main host, Jay Thomas. A little while ago, we discussed Sean Avery of the National Hockey League's Dallas Stars has been suspended because he talked about several players dating his sloppy seconds. The main woman that he was talking about is Alicia Cuthbert. And Sean, you say she was an actress on 24?
Yeah, I believe she's still on 24. She plays Kiefer Sutherland's daughter.
She is now with Dion, is it Phaneuf, Garrett? Phaneuf? How do you say it? Phaneuf? Phaneuf of the Calgary Flames.
I have no clue who that is.
Dion Phaneuf. And so they threw him out because of what now? Rodney, he's given the NHL a bad name, or hell, they beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah, apparently now people are going to look upon the players, the hockey players, as perhaps a little coarse.
Wow. Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver Hank.
This is a game, by the way, a sport where the fighting is really the main event. But don't say sloppy seconds.
And I've been told by everybody in hockey that if they stopped the fighting, they give you some BS about the players wouldn't, they'd be pent up and it'd be rough, much rougher. If they stopped the hockey, some large portion of the viewership would fall.
Well, if they
stop the fighting, in hockey.
If you were watching racing, whether it be NASCAR, which is probably the greatest sport ever in the history of sports, or any number of these racing
without a
sports,
crash,
if there were no crashes ever. I mean, what do you think trading paint means? It means when the cars bump each other.
I like to see them flip. I like to see the flames.
I like to see them actually go up into the crowd.
That's my favorite. It's my favorite. Unbelievable. And I like sometimes when a car hits a guy with a wife beater T-shirt, hits him right in between the hot dog and the giant soda.
Do you ever go to the amateur races at the local dirt clay oval?
When I lived in Charlotte, remember Mr. Kendrick and all these guys that own the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the Lowe's Motor Speedway. When I was a DJ there years ago and in college and all, I mean, these were dirt tracks, and we had our radio station things.
All the time, man.
And no, I haven't done it, since I was a kid.
Every time I go back to Illinois, I go to the Sycamore Speedway.
Is it still a little dirt track?
Yeah, it's crazy. And then at the end, at the last race, is completely amateurs. People literally out of the stands take their dad's car and they go down and race. It's a fucking riot.
The one by me had a 8-track, like a
and they crash in the middle.
And then they drive school buses on it.
Yeah.
It's great.
God.
Now, what about the crashing of the do they still have the one where they crash the cars?
Yeah, the demolition derby, you bet.
They still have that. That's my favorite
Last
shot.
guy standing.
I love that one. And they use school buses on that too, Garrett. On the demolition derby. Yeah. Banging into each other.
Great.
Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver Hank Baskett is engaged to Kendra Wilkinson, who was with Hugh Hefner. Now, I don't think Hugh Hefner did anything with her, but I mean, if how would you walk into a room?
That's sloppy 2,790 seconds. All
right. Dodger pitcher Brad Penny recently was with Alyssa Milano. Before she hooked up with him, she was with Oakland A's pitcher Barry Zito. And apparently Barry would say things, to Brad Penny. They didn't throw him out of baseball because of it, right? You know what he said to him? She likes it high, hard, and inside. That's baseball talk.
It's baseball jargon.
Thank you. Milano dated Zito after she finished with Florida Marlins pitcher Carl Pavano. So now wait a minute now. A Zito and a Pavano, and then a Penny. So she just likes his baseball. But how do they meet him? And Oakland, L.A., and then Florida.
She's famous.
Marlins.
I mean,
but how does she meet him? Where do you go to meet?
How about their agents call each other? Hey, my guy wants to meet your girl.
I had a friend that had a threesome with 2 Cincinnati Reds, and she met him at spring training.
Well, that's a nice gal, huh? That's a nice gal.
That's sloppy 2 1/3.
I knew this woman that
sloppy
cut every.
Who's on second?
I knew this woman that I got my hair cut by her, and she was a big gal, and she dated hockey players, and she cut the L.A. Kings hair and all that. And a lot of celebrities, I guess, started going to her. So she told me, this is a rumor.
This is a rumor. This is a
total rumor.
Alleged.
Who's the guy he's the black singer whose wife caught him with the other woman and beat the woman up and beat him up? Lionel Richie, right? Now, this is alleged, and she told me this in the barber chair, that she was having an affair with Lionel Richie, right? And that she would say to him, why are you with me when you're married? And he goes, well, I'm not me, I'm Roger. You remember this, Rodney? I'm Roger?
No.
He had another person that got inside of him. So he came on my show in L.A., and I called him Roger. I'm sorry, I meant Lionel, like that a couple of times. You don't remember this?
No.
She said that he said another person got inside of him, and he wasn't Lionel. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. But the funny one was with his wife caught him and beat him up and the girl. That was the other alleged things. I love all that stuff. You know, Valerie Bertinelli, who I was with last Monday night, they used to say that party in Thousand Oaks, she would go in there when Eddie was drinking. She'd drag him out by his hair. She's from Shreveport.
Yeah,
an Italian from Shreveport.
They lived over there on Mulholland.
Yeah. Ladies' man, and now you say overrated New York Yankees shortstop Derek Jeter. You think he's overrated, Rodney, because you wrote this? You write he's overrated?
Well, not in baseball.
You wrote here overrated New York Yankees.
But he's not. I didn't mean overrated playing baseball. Playing baseball, he's one of the best ever.
So he was dating Friday Night Lights actress Minka Kelly. But before Jeter, she dated John Mayer.
Didn't John Mayer have Jennifer Aniston for a while?
Yes, he did. And by the way, they have passed her around like a bottle of Four Roses under a bridge.
Are you talking about Jennifer Aniston?
Yes, I am.
I would appreciate you keeping a civil tongue in your mouth today. No one's
Garrett, go online, and I notice he didn't put it in here because he loves her. Look at all the people that she has gone out with. Vince Vaughn.
Name 4.
I'm naming them.
She's
John
single.
Mayer.
What, she can't go out on dates with people?
Not dates. They pass her around. There's something wrong with her.
She was with Vince Vaughn for years.
There's something wrong with her, Rodney.
There's a lot right with her, too.
Yeah, but you know what?
You know what? I think the good outweighs the bad there.
I think if she shaved, she wouldn't have that odor to her. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh,
I think it may be
I wish you hadn't
odiferous.
started talking about that.
Let's go back to Richard of Alabama.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
You said it too low. Spread that ass.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Wait a minute. If you got Jennifer Aniston, would you try and bring her down to your level?
Fuck no.
Would you try to raise to her level?
I would be jumping through hoops.
You do everything.
And doing backflips.
John,
imagine how drunk she would have to be, though.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't, Rodney.
Good.
You wouldn't do that shit, Rodney. You wouldn't do it. You do it for the first 2 times you had sex with her, and then you realize you was the man, and you would act accordingly. You wouldn't.
That's
you wouldn't
right.
integrate yourself like that. No,
you would act accordingly.
That's right. You would be the man.
1 second, Richard. Garrett, you brought up something. You found some facts for us. What are they?
Yeah, she's dated John Mayer, Orlando Bloom, Paul Scolfer, Vince Vaughn, Brad Pitt, Tate Donovan, Adam Duritz, Daniel McDonald,
and Riley McCower.
Charlie Shatter.
Any brothers?
No.
Negative.
No.
Well, Adam
Rodney.
Aaron Duritz is half.
Rodney, that must
Adam
be
Duritz.
that must be like waving a stick in a warm room. That thing must be so wide open.
It's a mess down there.
Richard of Alabama. Go ahead, Richard.
Hey, yeah, man. I'm sorry to call back again, but I just had to because I remember when I was a little bit younger, the incident surrounding Lionel Richie's divorce. And not only did that woman track his ass down, she went to the hotel room, kicked in the door, all right, started slapping the woman around, whooped her ass and shit. Lionel hid his punk ass under the bed. She went and drug his ass from under the bed and commenced to whooping his ass. That shit was so intense, man, it made the centerfold of Jet magazine.
She was in the center. Are they still married, the lovely couple?
No, they stayed married for about 12 to 15 years, and his last divorce was from her, and he had to give up over, I think she said she needed $92,000 a month living expenses, some shit like that. Yeah. Oh, no, she does nothing, man. Oh, yeah, she needed over $20,000 a month of shopping.
Of course
and she fucking got it. She's an
Absolutely.
Asian, I remember.
You know, my favorite was when Freddie Couples, who I've known for a while, the golfer, divorced this woman, and she had these horses, and she needed $50,000 a month. They didn't have any kids. She needed $50,000 a month for the horses and all that. And then she died a couple of years later. Same thing with William Shatner. He was about to get divorced, comes home and finds the soon-to-be ex-wife floating in the bottom of the pool. That's got to be the happiest day. Of course, all these guys cried on television. That's got to be the happiest day of your life. When your ex-wife is dead. Gotta be.
Robert Wagner. Same thing happened to Wagner. She died. What's her name?
Natalie Wood.
Well, but, you know, that was crazy because
Christopher Walken
was on the boat. Christopher Walken was on the boat, and the rumor is they had some sort of fight about Christopher Walken and Natalie Wood doing something, and then next thing you know, she comes, floating to the top,
Phil Spector.
Phil Spector. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
hey, wait a minute.
He took
Rodney,
care of business, didn't he?
There's a guy who shot a woman. He was on top of her, screwing her, and he shot her in the chest the other night.
Damn.
It tightens up when you do that.
Who is that guy? Who is that guy that here it is. Springfield, Ohio. A woman in Springfield, Ohio is in critical condition after her husband shot her while they were having sex. Timothy Havens, 38, told the Springfield, Ohio police he was reaching for something on the nightstand when his pistol went off, hitting his estranged wife in the upper chest. She is being treated at the Miami Valley Hospital in Dayton. This isn't the first trouble, by the way, for the Havens. Court documents showed that Timothy served 2 months in jail for assaulting his wife and was ordered to go to anger management courses. His arrest for the weekend shooting was for violating a civil protection order that his wife had out against him. Now, of course, first of all, that's unsafe sex, as you know. But if she let him in the house and is letting him screw her, then how come he was violating the protection order?
Because the court is stacked against the men. That's why.
There you go.
That's the bottom line.
She let him in the house. He's screwing her. The gun goes off.
But the impetus is on him to stay away from her, not the other way around.
Exactly. That's what.
Even though he's going to screw her, have sex with her.
He had to stay 6 inches away from her.
That's right. As long as he didn't touch her and shit, with his hands, he was okay.
Yeah.
Penile penetration is all right.
Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, there was a
Cheryl
vagina
Crow.
exemption.
That boy gets too much pussy, man. That boy gets too much pussy.
He had Cheryl Crow. He had the wife.
One nut ass.
Yeah, he with one nut, and now is she with Eric Clapton now? Cheryl Crow?
No, but she has the clap, which is kind of.
Damn, Rodney.
Lance Armstrong dated Ashley Olsen. I didn't know that.
Get out of here!
Oh man,
that's sick.
He only needs one ball for her.
By the way, don't you think Leonardo DiCaprio wore Gisele Bündchen completely out? I mean,
I don't think they ever did it.
I think
what does that mean?
Too much in love with
I think it means exactly what I'm saying.
You don't think Leonardo DiCaprio is a real man?
Hell no, he said that. Like he like boys, man.
Right. All I ever said was, I bet he never did it with Gisele Bündchen.
I bet she ain't done it with a woman in 5 years. Shit.
That's not true.
That boy, I bet you him and Tom Cruise hang out together at the crazy Scientology meetings and shit.
You know what's
Waffle House blowing each other and shit in the Jaguar.
You know what's the matter with Gilbert Grape?
His nuts ain't big enough for Tom Cruise.
He's gay.
What's eating Gilbert Grape?
His brother.
Tossing salad.
What's eating Gilbert Grape, Rodney?
His brother.
Oh God, with ranch or syrup, right?
Oh, you guys. By the way, these are horrible things that are being said. They are certainly alleged. We have no information of the sexuality of any of the people that we're discussing.
Yeah, you ever toss a girl salad?
Have I ever done what?
Toss a girl salad.
Oh, God, that's his favorite thing.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I believe so.
What do you mean, toss the girl salad?
Wipe and rinse the booty hole out and just
right after you say, baby, spread that ass. What do you do, Jay?
I get in there and give it to her good. I give it to her good. Of course I do.
Get that chocolate pudding, baby.
There is nothing on a woman. There is nothing on a woman that I don't think they're the
Deserves
cleanest,
a good
most
cleaning.
Exactly.
That's right.
And you know what else? And I'll be honest with you. It's because, and here's the thing. It's because I am so above everybody, because of my celebrity.
No, you're not, Jay. No,
yes,
you're not.
I am.
No, you're
that
not.
when I get in bed with a woman, I don't like S&M or anything, but I do like to be kind of below someone. It's the only time I get to be, below people. You know what I'm saying? You
one of them cuddling motherfuckers, man.
What's that?
I bet you one of them cuddling motherfuckers.
Now
I am cuddly.
He likes the clear plates.
Yeah, he likes that foreplay. You eat her out and shit and shake her hand and then talk about Bush in the White House and what Obama's going to do, and then he'll turn around and toss a salad just to keep the excitement going.
Did you read that Barack Obama's mother-in-law is
That's a hell of an evening there, Richard.
Did you realize Barack Obama's mother-in-law is moving into the White House with him, Richard? Did you read that?
Yeah, she got a fat ass on her, too, man. She's nice.
You would do Barack Obama's mother-in-law?
I would do Barack's wife and his mama-in-law together at the same time in the Lincoln bedroom.
Now that's hope and change right there.
With a portrait of with a picture of the Emancipation Proclamation hanging on the fucking wall. I would nail that ass like I was a carpenter. Fucking A right, man. Like I was at Home Depot in section aisle number 14. I would hit that bitch. Fucking A right, man. She got
one of those
juice ass on her. When's the last time we had a first lady in the White House that somebody actually want to have sex with?
It's been a while. It's been a long time.
I think Mrs. Polk, James Polk's wife.
James K. Polk's wife?
As I recall.
Oh, that's cool.
She was pretty milfy.
The White House is 55,000 square feet. It has 320 rooms, so he'll
Richard,
be able
what are
to
you talking about?
get
Barbara
away.
Bush, 1990.
I think Barbara Bush is cool.
You need to stop that shit, man. Nobody want to fuck Uncle Ben. No. That was Quaker. That was Quaker old lady. Yeah,
Uncle
Quaker
Ben.
old lady.
Wait a
Nobody want to
minute.
fuck her, man. Her hair whiter than snow.
You mean now? You know what? She was a librarian, and I mean this. He was a drunk and a coke freak. He meets this kind of cute girl. She had run over somebody when she was 17, right? Killed somebody, accident, and he only knew her 6 weeks. And I think that his parents went to him and said, "Look, you had better marry her and straighten your ass out, or you're completely cut off." And I think that's the most arranged wedding, and it worked out for them. And then they have those two, little sluts that were, the two little sluts making the phony IDs and screwing and going out and getting into bars. And then they stop them in it also. But I think that in her, those two daughters are both wild. One of them had her sexuality. I think old Barbara is something that he doesn't do anything with it. But I think that's a woman.
Dude, you're talking about Laura, not Barbara.
He's talking about Laura, man. Laura's kind of
Laura.
hot.
Laura Bush. Oh, you were talking about
Richard and I were
Barbara?
talking about Barbara, Uncle Ben.
Right.
Oh, God. George Washington? She's like George Washington. Yeah. What would you do if you married somebody and she starts looking like your mother? She's looked like the old man's mother for 25 years. He's just finally catching up to her.
Yeah.
I'd have to cut that loose. I'm sorry. I'd have to go look.
Certainly didn't hold him back.
No, you wouldn't. No, man,
Yeah.
that's American royalty, man. No, you wouldn't. You just play the game till you fucking die and check your bank book every day.
You just got to stay with it no matter what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm right, because you got to remember those zeros are why you are there. That power is why you are there.
Yeah.
Fuck love. Love ain't got
Jay
nothing.
knows how to divide by two.
You think that's why my wife stays with me, Rodney, that no matter what I look like, she's just there because of the royalty?
No, your wife is just a good woman, man. She feels sorry for your ass. That's all.
All right. You know what, Richard? Your time when the year is over now.
I'm sorry, Jay, but you're still a fan. I'm still your number one fan, man.
Yeah, your time when this year is over. Okay?
Later.
We're done with you. Let's go to Chuck of Kelowna. Is that it? Kelowna?
Kelowna, yeah, you betcha. British
Yes,
Columbia.
sir. Yeah, tell us what's going on back there. How dare the NHL get rid of a guy for saying something that's the most manly and normal thing ever said in the locker room? Those are my sloppy. Now, a fist fight or a guy shooting a guy, but not getting rid of him, right, Chuck?
Well, you got to take a look at his track record. He is what Terrell Owens of the NFL is to the NFL to the National Hockey League, and he's the biggest pussy out there. Dion Phaneuf is the name of a player from Calgary.
Right.
he would rip him a new fucking hole. That is one tough kid. He's going to be a Hall of Famer in the NHL. And I just think it's a case of not so much sloppy seconds as it is they're tired of his antics. And frankly, as a fan of the sport, I'm tired of him. I think it's,
well, what do you think of what Rodney and Garrett said? Let these two guys, when the next time the two teams play, wouldn't you love to see the kid, Dion, going after Sean Avery?
Oh, Avery wouldn't. He would turtle. He's a pussy. If Dion Phaneuf was about 3'2" and 100-pound soaking wet, you'd have a good go at him. But there's no way he would. He would drop
turtle.
him.
What's turtle?
What does turtle mean?
Turtle means he'd crouch and duck his head and put his hands over his head and just avoid any sort of punishment that he deserves.
Still, though, people would tune in to watch.
If he embarrassed him, if he skated around and embarrassed him, it would eliminate the sloppy seconds thing, because that's, I tell you what, now every time this guy goes out with Cuthbert, everywhere he goes, he hasn't been able to like straighten this situation out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, that's no fault of Dion's. He would straighten it out on the street. He's a tough.
He ought to straighten it out. He ought to go. He ought to go over there and straighten it out. Yes, sir. Straighten
we'd
it
love
out.
to. Yeah, Avery's a piece of work. He should just be gone. That's all. Would be sad to hear it.
All right. Sean Kelly, you're from Canada. Let's say somebody said that your wife was sloppy seconds. Would you straighten it out, Sean? How would you handle it?
Well, let me tell you, I'm 6'6", 280 pounds. There's no way anybody would say that to me.
No, I'm not talking to you, Chuck. I'm talking to Sean Kelly.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm talking to a little man with glasses.
I would say, can I have sloppy thirds?
There you go. You see that? It's a whole different way of living.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you, Chuck.
Thanks, guys.
Real man. Andrew, Miami, the Jay Thomas Show with Rodney Lee Conover. Hey, Andrew, how are you?
Hey, I'm good, Jay. Long-time fan, first-time caller.
Cool, man.
Well, I've kind of been lost listening to Sirius and not following the news. I was wondering if you had any updates on what happened to OJ today.
He's supposed to be sentenced today. Sean, go on the internet. I have not seen anything come up.
Yeah, there was nothing on the internet at all today about it.
Hold on a second. Let me.
Yeah, let's find out. But he was supposed to be sentenced today, as much as life in prison, which you will not get.
No.
I mean, the weird thing is, the guys that he held at gunpoint, we had the writer on, the main guy that was in the room, he wrote the book and all. He's a scumbag, right? They're all scumbags.
Well,
OJ's
that's always the case when you try somebody. Everybody that around them.
Yeah, but the kidnapping, they held him for like a little while in the room and then they let him go.
I don't think that wasn't the
it's kidnapping.
Charge, was it? Wasn't?
Yeah, it's kidnapping. That's what the life in prison is.
It wasn't kidnapping. It was.
No, Rodney. It's kidnapping because they wouldn't let him leave the room.
Oh, I see. I got you. Okay.
And in Vegas, if you pull a gun on somebody in Nevada, that's like the worst state you can do that in.
Yeah. The casinos don't like.
I don't think he'll get life in prison, but I think he'll get years. He'll get some years.
An update from 3 hours ago. They've not made it.
Well, if they give him 15 or 20, which I think is the minimum, that's as good as life to me, boy.
It's a female judge, Jackie Glass.
Oh my God,
Jackie Glass. That's not good, right there.
Not a bit good.
Because as you know, OJ killed one of her sisters.
One of her sisters, right?
Judge Jackie Glass, even for Las Vegas, is known for giving severe sentences and tongue lashings to high-profile defendants. And she has spoken about Simpson before, even before this trial.
He's gone.
On Friday, tomorrow, Glass will sentence Simpson and a golfing buddy on 12 What's with the golfing? There's always golfing.
Oh, I thought it was today.
No,
it's tomorrow. I thought it was today, too. It's tomorrow. Okay. You sure you're not reading it from yesterday? You sure it's tomorrow?
No, it says on Friday.
Glass
will sentence Simpson and a golfing buddy on 12 criminal charges that arouse blah, blah, blah.
I think he'll get that minimum of 10 to 15. I do not think she's going to give him 20 years or life. I don't believe that.
The judge berated OJ from the bench in January, accusing him of arrogance and ignorance, and doubled his bail to $250,000.
Okay. What about the women that screw him? And the same thing when this is crazy.
The recommendation from the state calls for 18 years.
Well, then he'll get 10. He'll get 10, I'm telling you.
She could put him in for life, though. I mean, 18 is not a minimum or maximum. That's
Right,
the
that's
state
what they want.
recommendation.
Yeah.
She could say life.
Hey, listen, after
The minimum is 6, by the way.
After he got loose, he had a girlfriend from Panama City, Florida, this great-looking model, in like 2 seconds.
This guy's going to jail for a minimum of 6 years.
Well, that I know. That I believe. I think he's going to get, if he gets 10 to 15, he has to serve, he'll serve at least 7 or something like that. But
He's not going to be a good
finally
boy
going
in
to
there.
jail. Well, you know, my wife said, she yelled from the back, well, they're going to treat him like a king in prison. You know, but you're still in prison.
Yeah, king pussy.
And you'll be real prison, too. It'll be a real Nevada state prison. It won't be like a country club.
Do you think he'll be in that prison that you see when you're driving in on 15 from California? You know, that prison off to the right?
You think he'll be in the yard throwing the ball around with the guys?
I'm thinking that.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you know that movie, The Longest Yard?
Yeah.
You think he'll make that team?
He'll be on that team. Yeah, he'll be on that team. You know, the other thing is that he hasn't found Jesus Christ yet, and that's been his mistake. He has just been defiant. He hasn't found Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. And
You know what
that's his
pisses
mistake.
me off is when somebody is found guilty of something. You know, they're up there for murder. They plead innocent, and they contend through the whole trial that they are innocent. And the judge finds them guilty, and they give them a bigger sentence because they showed no remorse. Well, wait a fucking minute. The guy says he's innocent. Why would he show remorse?
Because they found him guilty.
But why would he find God? Why would he find Jesus? Blah, blah, blah. He's sitting there going, hey, I don't need to find Jesus. I'm innocent.
Well, that doesn't work anymore.
I know.
Once you're found guilty, that's it. You're guilty. You lied.
See,
That's
I
all.
disagree with you. I don't think he's going to get 6 years or 10 years. I think he's going to get at least 18 years.
You know how the son of Sam said the dogs made him kill people? Remember
Yeah.
that? I'd have said Jesus made me kill people.
Well, that wouldn't fly either.
I'd go right... Garrett, I'd start off with Jesus once they captured me. Jesus told me to kill these people. That's what I would do. I wouldn't waste any time. I'd be born again as soon as I was arrested. Go right for Jesus. And I'd go like this. And Garrett heard him, didn't you, Garrett?
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
Yep.
That's right. Absolutely. Tony of Philadelphia. Hi, the Jay Thomas Show. Go to jthomas.com.
Oh, this is the guy. Hold on, let him talk.
Tony is back. All right, Tony. Yes, sir.
You're the best. Have you ever dated Candace Bergen?
Never did date Candace Bergen.
She's one hot mofo.
She's kind of plumped up lately, though, hasn't she?
Oh, you gotta like 'em big. I just want to say, Camille Rich sucking. You're the best.
You know what this guy's doing, Jay?
No.
He's auditioning to be a regular on the Jay Thomas Show.
He did a great job.
I vote no.
I love the man. I love the man. Okay. XM. I love XM. They're coming over here in droves. Adam of Utah. Yes, Adam, the Jay Thomas Show. How are you? I let that
Jay,
sink in. Do you feel it sinking in? You feel me?
Sunk into me.
I let it sink in. It was like barbs on that. You know that little little bug that gets in your penis when you swim in the Amazon. What's that thing called, Sean? That little. You got to be careful. You got to swim with a condom on.
It's called the dicky fish.
The dicky fish. That's right. That was like a dicky fish. Yes, Adam. Go ahead. Adam of Utah.
Hey, Jay, I just want to ask you one question. Throughout the years you've been in Hollywood, did you ever know Phil Hartman at all?
I did know him. I know him. He was really a great guy. But apparently, at night, when he went home, he was like a dark character, but a wonderful guy during the day, and I knew him from around. And he married one of these women that had like 3 different names. She thought that if she changed her name enough times, it would help her career. Her real name was like Carol or something, and then she would be Denitsa or whatever. And she was kind of kooky, and he was going to leave her, and so she blew him away. And there may have been cocaine involved, and Phil might have been, but Phil was one guy during the day and another guy at the house. I wasn't a close personal friend of his, but I did run in a group of people, and we knew each other, and he was just a really, really nice guy, and obviously really funny, but there was something dark going on back at the house. Really dark.
That's cool. Yeah, I just wanted to get the inside scoop.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey,
Okay.
thanks,
Thank you very much. By the way, would you like to make money on your body? Would you like to find out how much your various body parts cost? How can you make $100,000 doing these science tests, these medical tests? We'll have that coming up next. Go to jthomas.com. Our Christmas store is wide open for you. Merry Christmas. Got a problem with that? That's our hottest new shirt. Go to Rodney Lee Conover's website, which is bachelorman.com. It's Sirius 108 XM 139.
Jay Thomas. Show. The afternoon drive show on the new Stars 2, Sirius 108 and XM 139. Maxim Radio with Covino and Rich.
Hey, it's Covino. I'm Rich Davis. Every day you can catch us here on Sirius XM Stars Deuce. We're Maxim Radio.
Everything Maxim, like the magazine, and we talk about, well, everything you and your friends are talking about. Entertainment, sports, women, relationships, how to better your life in every way.
Trying to dominate the scene? Make sure you listen to us and we'll teach you how. It's Covino and Rich. Be here.
Maxim Radio with Covino and Rich. Weekdays noon to 3 p.m. East and replayed from 6 till 9 p.m. East. The new Stars 2, Sirius 108 XM 139.
Do you have over $10,000 in credit card debt? Would you like to cut that debt by half or even more?
It's been the best decision of my life. They settled my biggest account for 33 cents on the dollar.
That's a 67% debt reduction.
I was in debt with one creditor for $15,000, and they managed to get a settlement of $3,000.
If you are drowning in credit card debt and would like to wipe out 30 to 60% of it, call Financial Freedom of America.
They bent over backward to help. I've recommended them to several of my friends.
They kept me informed, and they answered all my questions.
Results may vary, not available in all states. Call for a free, no-obligation consultation. Financial Freedom of America does the work for you to reduce your debt and get more cash in your pocket. Call 800-507-7332. 800-507-7332. You can't save if you don't call. 800-507-7332. That's 800-507-7332.
FYE brings you the hottest movies on sale now. Shop FYE and get Wanted, now available on DVD and Blu-ray High Def. Hurry in now to get an exclusive two-sided Wanted poster with your Wanted 2-disc special edition. Now, the summer's biggest adrenaline rush is coming home for the holidays. Wanted is the most visually inventive action film of its kind. It's sexy, built to thrill. Angelina Jolie has never looked hotter. James McAvoy simply rocks. And Morgan Freeman elevates Wanted to the next level. And if it's action you want, FYE is the store for you. Shop FYE and get your adrenaline pumping with these great action-packed movies at hot prices. The Bourne Identity, The Bourne Supremacy, The Fast and the Furious, and Too Fast, Too Furious. Pick up Wanted on DVD or Blu-ray High Def and get a free poster with purchase while supplies last. Only at FYE. Movies, music, games, and more action-packed hits on sale now at FYE. Strictly for your entertainment. Visit FYE.com to find a store near you.
Thomas Show. Jay Thomas. Stars 2. The curious, the extreme, the fascinating. Jay Thomas is on the new Stars 2, Sirius 108 and XM 139.
Who sings this song?
DJ Shadow. There's no singing now.
Right. You know what I meant. Hi, the Jay Thomas Show. And December 18th, Jay Thomas and Friends at Caroline's on Broadway. Yes, that's right, the famous Caroline's. You go to Ticketmaster to get tickets. My friend Rodney Lee Conover is doing a set. My friend Shuley will be there. My friend Twitchell's will be there. And we're going to add some other comics also. Show starts at 8 o'clock. And you get tickets at the door, of course, but they're talking that it may even be a sellout. Rodney Lee Conover, that's what they're talking. And so that's something that's happening on the 18th. And don't forget, do the David Letterman Show every Christmas. If you've never seen it, it's something you don't want to miss. I'm taping it on the 23rd of December. I don't know if it's on the night of the 23rd or maybe he's going to run it on Christmas Eve. Check your local listings.
When about December 15th hits, just start watching.
Just start watching the David Letterman Show. That's right. And let's go now to Ed. Is it Brassard? Is that how you say it?
Yes, Brassard.
Brassard. Body for Sale. An inside look at medical research, drug testing, and organ transplants, and how you can profit from them. Ed, my friend Rodney Lee Conover is here also. Now, Now, Ed, how did you get into the the body for sale business? How did it happen?
Well, actually, I was living in California. I worked across the street from the local university, and I would go see the billboards, and they were saying they were looking for people who want to do a research study, like do a condom study or
a condom study.
Yeah, actually, Planned Parenthood will actually pay you $100 to have sex to try a new condom.
Now, how do you get Rodney? Would you join the Planned Parenthood condom testing money making venture? Would you do that?
Doesn't include the partner.
Oh, okay. That was my question.
What do? You put the condom on and you pull yourself?
Yeah.
What if you gotta find out if it breaks or?
Yeah. Why the hell would I do that? I'm not going to test out some
It has to be
condom.
tested on somebody, so they're looking.
Yeah, you got to test it on somebody.
Is the abortion free then if it fucks up?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Ed, you got the condoms. Did you tell the woman you were with that you were getting $100 for testing it, or you just?
Yes, I actually split the money.
That's quite the foreplay, isn't it?
But
you gave her $50.
Hey, baby, this one's for money. This
Wait
one's
a
for
minute.
dough.
But there's actually sleep studies. They'll pay you $2,000 to do a sleep study. And
was she better in bed now that money was involved?
Yeah, it worked because she got
nice.
But it wasn't, wasn't a lot. But
what does
sure,
that
it was
what does that
better
tell
than
us?
nothing. It
Sir,
was
what does
better
that tell
than
you?
just old Ed. Now, where do we get your book, Body for Sale? Where do we get it?
Well, it's a book from Paladin Press called Body for Sale, and your listeners can call 1-800-392-2400.
And we'll put that phone number at jthomas.com along with all the other sites and stuff. So now you went over there, you got the $100 for the condom, and then the sleep study. Now, you can't have a job, or can you have a job and do the sleep study
yes,
thing?
you can, because you just actually have to just go over there after 5 o'clock, and you got to sleep there and wake up there. And what they do is you sleep naked, and they hook up a bunch of electrodes to you, and they monitor your sleep waves. And
you can't have any underwear on or anything? You have to be completely naked?
No, you can actually have your underwear on, but you have to pretty much be naked because all the electrodes they hook up to your body because of the different twitches, and they want to see. And what they're doing is they're testing like Valium and.
So you take a Valium, and then do they tell you what it is? Could it kill you? I mean, that's part of the deal. Do you sign a paper that says if during this experiment I pass away or you get a rash or whatever, you can't sue them?
You do basically sign your rights away. It's happened a few times, but actually, what they're doing is they want to find out how much REM sleep you're getting, and at the end of the study, you actually get $2,000, and then they actually give you a complimentary prescription of drugs for sleeping because they knew you had a sleeping problem in the first.
And how long do you have to have it? You of course you say you have a sleeping problem, don't you?
Yeah. They
of course you do.
Yeah, you got to pre-qualify, and that's what's in my book. It tells people how to get into research studies.
Mm-hmm.
And
now wait a minute now it says here that you think you've made around $100,000 doing this.
Yeah.
How many years? How many years?
Oh, I've done it for the past 15 years, and my whole family actually has done it. My daughter was testing candy. What they do is they send you a whole box of candy, and you have to eat them, and it has a no-name brand on it.
Yeah, good luck getting laid there, then. Huh?
Wait a second.
After that study.
Hold it. Wait a second. She just eats a box of candy. What kind of candy was it? Is it chocolate?
It's it's marketing. They send it to you in a box. They want the wrappers back, and they want you to tell them what do you think about it, and what
would they pay her for that?
I think that was $25 plus a box of candy.
Okay.
And like for the wife, you can do hormone studies. You can do.
Are they shooting your wife up to give her hormones now?
Well, I'm actually not married, but.
Now, did you get that little girl when the condom broke? The bad condom?
Actually, yes.
God! So you tested the condom, it didn't work, but of course you got this lovely daughter and $100 out of it.
Yeah.
Isn't that wonderful?
Well, speaking
Rodney,
of that,
you don't hear stories like this.
No, this is the
speaking
field
of that, you can actually sell your sperm for $45 a shot. And
you know what that means.
Do you have to go in to a place to do it, or can you bring it from home?
No, you got to go down to the fertility clinic. Actually, if you have super sperm, if your IQ is over 200, you can actually sell it for $200 to $300.
Now, do they give you a dirty movie to look at or a magazine? How do they do?
A couple magazines, and you cannot use cream.
What if you
can't?
No, it's got to be chemical free.
No cream.
But there's a lot of people out there who can't have children. So there are all these great guys who have IQs, doctors, lawyers, astronauts. They're looking for their sperm. But the average Joe Blow, they get $45 a shot.
What's your IQ?
It's 170.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So
why are you laughing? Wait, Garrett. Garrett, why are you laughing?
That's
Garrett?
pretty good. 150 is genius, I think.
It is.
I believe so.
Well, I don't know. Okay,
No.
I don't. You act like I'm supposed to know. It sounded like a good number. I don't know.
Sounds like
women
someone's
can
IQ is
actually
below
rent out their
100.
uterus for $15,000 too.
What's that? A woman can rent out her uterus for how much?
$15,000.
Do they just look in there? What do they do with it?
They're incubating.
Drive it around.
They're incubating a baby for someone.
15 grand. You can rent
Hey,
your uterus.
how much is that per sperm if I sell a load?
I don't know. You probably get $10 for it.
Oh, good
No,
job,
it's-
Mr. 171.
No, it's a shot. It's just a shot.
I know. I
45
was
a
seeing
shot.
if the smart guy could do the math. Okay, a little humor.
But
Okay.
there's also another study too. It'd be kind of interesting for your listeners to know. But there's actually a heart-stopping study that pays $25,000.
Oh, I want to do that one.
And they actually stop your heart.
Wait a second. They stop your heart. We'll come back with this one. If you want to make $25,000, but all you got to do is stop your heart, we'll tell you about it next with Ed Brassard. Body for Sale, 800-392-2400. 25 grand to stop your heart next at Sirius 108 XM 139.
Jay Thomas. New for afternoons. New to 108 and new to XM. Jay Thomas. Stars 2. Jay Thomas. Sirius 108 and XM 139. The new Stars 2. Sirius 108 XM 139. Ian Vinny. 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. East. 3 to 6 West. On me and Vinny replay directly after the show. Maxim Radio with Cavino and Rich. Noon to 3 p.m. East. 9 a.m. to noon West. Maxim Radio with Cavino and Rich. Replayed from 6 till 9 p.m. East. The Jay Thomas Show. 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. East. The Jay Thomas Show. Replayed from 9 till midnight Eastern. The new Stars 2. The new Stars 2. The new Stars 2. Sirius 108 and XM 139.
My corporation wants to say happy holidays to small business owners. I'm Deborah Sweeney, General Manager of My Corporation. As our gift to satellite subscribers from December 1st to 5th, My Corporation is offering free corporations and LLCs. Go to mycorporation.com or call us at 877-MyCorp2. That's 877-692-6772. Use coupon code MYGIFT. From our business to yours, happy holidays. My Corporation is a document filing service and does not provide legal or financial advice. Shipping, state, and publication fees are additional.
Did you know the most common cause of blindness in people aged 60 and over is a chronic condition called wet age-related macular degeneration, or AMD? The good news is that wet AMD doesn't happen overnight, though in some people it can develop very quickly. It begins with symptoms including wavy lines, hazy vision, and blurriness. So if you aren't seeing clearly, see an eye doctor and get checked out right away, because early detection followed by proper treatment by a retina specialist is key. This message was brought to you by the American Society of Retina Specialists and Genentech.
Gentlemen, this message is for you if you're using either Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra, or perhaps you never have and it's about time. ClassicTabs.com now has all 5 performance enhancers, Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, and 2 new fast-acting tablets that melt under the tongue. Both start to work in as little as 15 minutes. You choose. Go online to ClassicTabs.com or give us a call at 1-800-640-7032. Your prescription will be filled by a U.S. licensed physician, delivered overnight in a privacy envelope right to your door. Now there are 5 male enhancers to choose from: Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, and 2 new fast-acting tablets that melt under the tongue. Your decision, your choice. It's that simple. That's ClassicTabs.com, ClassicTabs.com, or call 1-800-640-7032. ClassicTabs.com.
The Jay Thomas Show. For idiots, by idiots. Non-stop idiot action. It's the new afternoon show on Stars 2. Jay Thomas. On Sirius 108 and XM 139. Stars 2.
You're a heartbreaker, dream maker. Love taker, don't you mess around with me. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker. Love taker, don't you mess around.
That just shows you how hip I am. The Jay Thomas Show. By the way, wake up tomorrow morning on Howard 101 with the Jay Thomas Show from 7 to 10 o'clock Eastern Time. And then tomorrow afternoon, back again with the Jay Thomas Show right here at Sirius 108 XM 139. Saturday morning, it's 8 a.m. to noon on 70s on 7. Or the Jay Thomas Show. Then Saturday night, I'll be at Yavapai Community College in Prescott, Arizona, Rodney Licano. That's where I'll be.
That's going to be cool.
Yavapai. I'll be right there at the Prescott Resort. You know what I'm doing?
Tell me.
Hanging out. I'm not appearing or anything. People might see me in the lobby. Say hello to me. You know. Be there at the community
college. Ask you a question about their future.
Sure. I'm not. They don't even know I'm going to be there. These
You're not
people.
going to do a reading while you're there.
Not going
to.
I might.
$5 a pop.
If I'm in the bar and I've had a cocktail, I might do a reading or two. Might do something. But I'm the kind of person you can walk up to and talk to. Won't be any bodyguards around me. Just me. One-on-one. Mano-y-mano. That means one-on-one. Yes, Ed. Ed Brassard. Is it Brassard?
It's Brassard.
Brassard. The book is called Body for Sale, 800-392-2400. How do you make $25,000 to stop your heart? How do they stop your heart?
Well, it's actually a research study that was being conducted in the Bethesda area, Bethesda, Maryland, and it was actually where they actually stop your heart for 3 minutes and they chemically start it, and they will pay you $25,000 to do that. But you're being controlled environment, and it's kind of a hush-hush study. You got to pretty much know the inside to go out and find it.
Did you do it?
No, that's back east, and I don't think I really would want to do that one. But, I rather do some of the easier studies, sleep studies, condom studies.
No, wait a minute.
Sunburn butt study.
You've done a sunburn butt study?
Yep. It's actually to test new cream, suntan lotion, and what you got to do is just basically lay on a table with a big old beam light above your butt and put cream on one side and something else on the other.
Hey, Rodney, how big of a tube of cream? They might use a whole tube on Rodney's ass.
Are you saying my butt's big?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, nice butt.
Oh, I love laughing at you.
But, body parts still, too.
Yeah, you know what? I was saying that in India, you wake up and your kidney's gone in India. I thought that was illegal. What body part?
It's not illegal in India. It is in America.
Oh, you can go overseas?
Because we're uptight.
Yeah, a lot of people leave the country because they're on an organ donation list over here, and you're half dead by the time get to the bottom of that list. But if you got money, you can go leave the country, and you can find any body part you want.
How much would like a liver? How much for a liver?
I believe livers were selling for $20,000 because you can actually. I think liver is probably the only one that does regenerate, so you can splice that and still live on it. Just don't drink too much more.
Well, we
alcohol.
have a lot of people listening that are on lists and stuff and need kidneys and everything else. So is that in your book where you can go to get these body parts?
Yeah, it tells people, and there's like 200-300 studies being conducted in your local area, at the local universities, at the a lot of doctors are doing this on the side job because they make extra money. They make $20,000-$30,000 just.
So they tell you where to go? They tell you what town to go in?
Yeah, it depends on what kind of study you're looking for. Any kind of problem you have, they will pay you for any ailments that you got.
How much can I sell my appendix for? Because I don't need it.
I believe. Boy, I don't know what the current list is for that.
Nobody wants an appendix, Ed. He was kidding.
It's amazing. No, what they actually do is they do need your organs. What happens is all these doctors and researchers need to do, they have to do their internship on a dead body. And so basically when somebody dies, you got the phone starts ringing off the hook asking for your body. And
Well, wait a minute now. Now that I have that on my driver's license. That if I die, you get my parts because I want to live on into eternity.
everybody wants your body part.
Right, but you're saying don't do it to the state. Sell it.
Yeah.
Okay, make money. You laughed at me that I was giving her away for free, didn't you?
Well, you don't get the benefit from it. I think your family should get something for that. But
How much is an eyeball worth?
actually, the corneas were selling for $1,000. You'll get a phone call, you'll be dead, but your next of kin will be getting it. She'll be grieving.
How about if I just sell my cornea and wear an eye patch?
Yeah, that's what they do in India.
That's right.
They
those guys
sell
know what they're
corneas. One cornea for $1,000 or $4,500. 4,500 rubies.
Aren't those guys really fucking up when they purposely blind the kids because you make more money begging when you're blind? They could make more money just selling the cornea.
Yeah, they do, and they're people that are right and left selling, kidneys and corneas for one
CJ,
eyeball.
that's what you call good
$1,000 is a lot to them.
Now, Ed, you're not a rich man, are you?
No.
Have you thought of going to India and selling your kidney or something?
No, I don't think they want my body. It's been so abused now.
What did you do, Ed? What kind of things did you do to your body?
Yeah.
Well, I grew up in the 60s.
Drugs and everything else? Okay.
All that bad stuff you didn't get paid for, yeah.
Now, inside your book, before we let you go, do you have like a form that you'd fill out to let your family know you want to sell? Like that may be the only money some people leave their family.
Technically, it's illegal, but theoretically, you can prearrange things.
Okay.
But
So you just say to your family, when the phone starts ringing, sell my body parts.
Yeah, my book, Body for Sale, will actually tell you how to get into studies and what kind of studies you're looking for and what body parts are.
What about those religions like the Indians, the Native American Indian, and even the Buddhists believe, or the Hindus believe your whole body has to be together before you can go to the afterlife?
Well, they don't. I guess most of them over there don't have. Their organs.
You don't know the answer, do you? You don't have the answer.
I'm not really
know,
sure
Ed?
on that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sometimes you just got to go with I don't know.
Why don't you say I don't know, Ed, instead of the
I'll do that next time.
The halting. Okay, Ed Brassard, thank you very much. Body for Sale. It'll tell you how you can sell parts of your body, make money, get your heart to stop for $25,000. 800-392-2400. Thank you very much, Ed.
Thanks for having me on your show.
All right, thanks a lot. Well, I'll tell you, there's some nuts out there, aren't there, Rodney? Right?
Yes.
But that really, really nutty. Now, the condom thing. Do you think he's telling the truth that the condom broke and next thing you know, a little girl?
He's full of crap.
He's full of. You don't believe the psychic, and then you don't believe this guy. You don't believe anybody, do you?
I don't believe you, for that matter.
I'd love to see your heart stop just for like a minute.
I would too.
Just let it stop.
You know what? I went over to Taste of Chicago. You ever been there in Burbank?
Taste of Chicago? No.
Yeah, there's a really great. Who's the actor?
Is it Sorvino?
No. It's the other guy.
Nice guess, Garrett.
No, there's some Chicago guy.
Yeah, Sorvino. Yeah. Mira Sorvino's dad. Yeah, it's not him, but it's another guy that you would know. He built this.
The guy that plays the cop. That was the cop in Chicago.
Cop. Yes. Not.
He's on one of the Law and Orders.
Blues. No.
Yeah, he was in Get
Sinise.
Shorty. He's the one they beat up.
No,
and
not
get...
him either. But you're close. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
There's this
Gary Sinise.
That's not Gary. No. This place, Taste of Chicago, Montana, Joe Montana.
Oh, Joe Montana, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Him and his wife has this restaurant, Taste of Chicago. I went over there, and I bought 3 Italian beefs with udjas. I ate them all, and my heart stopped for about 4 minutes. I could have made some dough, man.
Yeah. You know what? You had me listening like an idiot. I'm sitting there listening to you like a big idiot. Well, look, I'm glad this is over and you're going to leave now. Get out.
Okay.
Get out.
All right.
Get out. You believe that? Get out. All right. It's been the Jay Thomas Show. Hey, Garrett, get out. Sean, I don't need you. Get out. I don't need anybody. All right? I don't need any of it. I don't need anybody.
Hey, Jay, this is what it sounds like when you don't have anybody, by the way.
Run away, I don't need you. Get out. Get out. Get out. All of you, leave me.
And now, the nominees are the 2008 Stewie Awards.
The winner is...
We have talked about it long enough. Time, the night is here.
Kevin Harvick edges Mark Martin.
This is Tony Stewart for the second annual Stewie Awards, where we list the best and worst in NASCAR from the 2008 season.
Pretty honored to win the Stewie Award. I've seen your trophy case at home. It runs the length of your basement.
I already told you. It's going next to the crapper.
The 2008 Stewie Awards. Today at 6 p.m. Eastern.
On Sirius NASCAR Radio, Channel 128.
Now, part of the best of Sirius on XM.
Who's got time to do holiday shopping these days? Waiting on the long lines, going from store to store in search of the perfect gift? Let us help you check off one more box on your to-do list this holiday season. With over 130 channels of music, talk, news, sports, and comedy, Sirius and XM have something for everyone. And with great subscriber discounts, you can get a radio like the versatile Stratus or Express EZ for as little as $19.99. Plus, additional subscriptions start at only $6.99 per month. It's like giving over 130 gifts for one small price.
Get your holiday shopping out of the way now by calling 866-9-SIRI-XM or visit Sirius.com/new radio and xmradio.com/new radio. So you got